Actually, quite a bit saved, but hello, Kush. Yeah, Kush, I need to catch up on the rest of your stream and the stream from yesterday. There's just been so many things going on currently.
Yeah, me too. I'm slammed over the holiday.
Yeah,
I won't be streaming Sunday. I may be streaming Saturday with a special guest. I don't
yeah,
know just yet. If I can fit it in my busy schedule, yeah, definitely. Um, just stay tuned to my channel. It may pop up. If I can't do it, I'll drop a note in your Discord and let everybody know.
okay.
I'm just really busy because Sunday I'm gonna be gone Sunday, and I won't be back till Thursday. I had my arm twisted, and
Uh
I had to take mom up to the casino. She wants to go up there for a Christmas present. That's
oh.
the
Shit.
I'm telling you,
You guys
she's
just
a
got back, I
gambling addict.
thought. Yeah,
Yeah, we went up there in October for her birthday,
yeah,
and she's been hounding at me, and she wants to go back. She wants to go back. I'm like, you we should have left. We should have left when we had the chance. We were only up there for 4 days. She wanted to stay an extra night. I'm
yeah.
like, don't do it. You're gonna bust out. And I'll be damn it. She busted out. I'm like, you don't stay. You know, a long time at a casino. You get
Right.
in, make your money. The more you're at a casino, the more of a chance you're gonna lose money.
Yeah, yeah. Hello, Bandit, by the way. Hey, Lord Jeremy. Hey,
Bandit,
Manletopia.
Bandit Iridium, great stream tonight. Enjoyed listening to it. It was nice to see the whole crew there. Saw a lot of familiar faces and a lot of new faces, coming in too.
Yeah,
It's nice to see.
good.
Kermit was there, Jr. Uh, Pliskin and Mike and everybody else. It's nice to see everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta catch up. I didn't get to catch all of it. I was too
Yeah, I
busy
miss.
saving evidence before Scorp thought eats her channel. That stupid
Oh
bitch.
yeah, yeah. Just heard that Hermit got one of his channels
Yeah.
deleted, and he had to make a new one.
Yep.
Gee, I wonder who was behind that.
Right. Yeah.
It's Scorp thought.
Oh, well, she's not the only crazy bitch. I've been tracking a cell of crazy bitchery for, well, a year. So
Every time they do that, I mean, they're not stopping anything. I mean, all they're doing is proving us right
yeah.
that they're all feminist crazy bitches.
Yep.
You know that they can't keep a men. They hate men. There's a bunch of
Yeah.
bull dykes and shit. They no man will have them. They'll never amount to anything.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, if a man ever finds out what kind of fuckery that they're up to, like pulling this kind of shit online, just going online,
Mm,
just harassing dudes and shit. Ain't no
right. Right.
serious minded dude gonna take them seriously.
Right. And that's kind of where that truth seeker, I think that's how Scorp thought really got in and activated that white knight, because he actually like tried to, like, he sees the writing on the wall. He's like a prepper. He's all these things, and he's trying to help her because he's like, hey, all this stuff. And she totally fucking took advantage of that dude. And I
Yeah,
watched it
that
unfold
dude.
from start to
I
end.
I I, I had to speed it up because just the way he talks is annoying. But I listened to his stream last night, about an hour long video, I guess it was, and just listening to this guy whine over Scorp thought. I mean, I can tell being the base MGTOW that I am. I mean, I could look outside the box and see this dude just go into full simp mode, trying to reason with a thought that's devoid of reason is what it looked
Right.
like to me.
Right.
And he
Right.
even
He was
admitted that
crying.
he loved her, that he was in love with her, you know. And he's
Oh, I
just
didn't
like,
hear that part.
yeah, well, I can tell in the way he talks in the language, you
Mm.
know, that he made the mistake of falling in love with Scorp thought,
Well, she
you
kept
know.
leading him
That's
on.
her.
She kept fucking leading him on. I mean, she predated on that
Well, yeah,
man. Like
Yeah, yeah.
she went
Well,
to him. She told him lies. She said that I was gonna kill her, and then this other lie, that video she pushed out that I forced a man into suicide or whatever, and started fucking like emotionally terrorizing that dude. I mean that's a sensitive subject for men, especially men in this space, being since they're super anti-suicide. Like she fucking totally took advantage of that dude and let him on to believe that
well, he did it
that
to
there could
himself.
possibly be something.
He's former. I guess he's doesn't identify as a MGTOW, but he was in the MGTOW community for a while. He's black pill. He of all people should know better that you don't fuck with the thoughts that orbit the manosphere community. If you go into petting zoo culture, you get what you fucking deserve. you know
Yeah.
and he did it to himself. I don't blame Scorp Thought. He did it to himself. He handed her over his power. He admitted to that.
Yeah.
Maybe not directly, but everything that I'm I can pick up on the indirect subtleties of everything that he's telling her, and in that he's exposing himself as the simp that he is.
Well, it looked to me like he was just another dude trying to fucking be helpful. And when you're told lies about somebody, and I mean some pretty egregious fucking lies, and then get them to go after somebody else. Like she did that shit on fucking purpose. She threw out a whole bunch of propaganda to see who would bite, and then whoever bit went around and spread it throughout the fucking internet. And it's like she encouraged that shit to happen.
For those of you who don't know who we're talking about that dude that runs the Expose the Manosphere, Expose the Femisphere channel,
Yeah.
aka Truth Seeker.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure, a lot of you guys are familiar with this simp. And to me, when I was listening to him last night, that's somebody, that's he's obviously going through bouts of loneliness. He
Yeah.
can't function normally in social society. So the only thing that he can do is come online and try to make some kind of connection with the opposite sex, or try to gain some kind of sympathy from a woman, or maybe even establish some kind of relationship. I could tell you right now that is a total fucking waste of time. And going down that path is destructive to the point to where not only can it fuck with you mentally, but it can bring you to a point of self deletion.
Right. Well, and that's what when he first started tagging me, I was like, where did this guy come from? Oh, great, another one. Like, and I wrote him. I was like, white knighting for Scorp thought is not a good idea. It's not gonna like you're not gonna end
Hmm.
up in a good place. She literally just wants to destroy you. Like, I was completely fucking honest, and his response was to call me a bitch. And he had, those videos about Scorp Thought last night. He had so many of those videos about me and you and a whole bunch of people that congregate here to have discussions. But she fucking did put those ideas in his head on purpose with malicious intent.
Yeah, well, that's what thoughts like Scorp Thought will do. The petting zoo culture thoughts. They know they'll give you that false hope,
Right.
and see if you
Right.
take the bait, to
Right.
see if they could manipulate you. You
Yeah.
know, that's how they work. That's how they operate. That's how they've always operated here in the manosphere.
Well, it's still sad. I feel bad for him. I saw it coming too. I was like, oh man. When she would make little comments, a little suggestive, like
Hmm.
in his direction, I'm like, this fucking great. Ooh. Fucking bitch, man. She's just toying with him at that point. It was sad to
Oh
see.
yeah.
But I think he's heartbroken, and, you know, I mean, I think he's thinking clearer now. He's putting all these things together like, oh, what, duh, no wonder you're like, it took, I think it took my post about Or she posted something about a song and something about the patriarchy. He's like, wait, you're against the patriarchy?
Let me give
I
you
was like,
dating
oh,
advice.
here's the enlightenment moment.
Let me give you some dating advice. Don't engage in trying to date online
Right,
and in or around the manosphere.
right,
There are other websites that you can go to if you're serious, like Match.com or whatever website, that you could pick up thoughts. I mean, good luck with that as well. But you're better off going off into the real world, and meeting somebody, in real life, and
right.
dealing and that, because you can't really tell you what a person is doing online. You can't really gauge them. You need to engage with them on a physical level, on a face-to-face level, so you can read their body language, so pheromones can work, so symmetry can work. There's certain things, in real life dating, that come into effect when you're trying to make an emotional connection with somebody, and you can't fucking do that here in the petting zoo.
No.
You can't.
Yeah, Timothy, I actually have successfully herded said cats. I herded the female cats. Now they're gonna be busy tearing each other apart. So they will crash and burn. They will crash and burn
Well, the
for
thing,
sure.
Timothy says, make no mistake, white knights are dangerous to the MGTOW guys. Only if you follow their bullshit. Only if you follow their idea of
Yeah, but,
going back to the plantation, taking the blue pill and
right,
trying to go back to
right.
the plantation. You know, I mean, and chewing on that fake steak. I mean, if you're into fake steak, go follow the petting zoo guys. Go follow the white knights. Go follow this truth seeker dude. You know, seems to be working out for them, huh?
Nope.
Not.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate everybody's contribution into this social science project. I know Alice and Scorp Thought are probably shitting themselves right now, which they should be. They're fucking. Their little campaign is over. Fucking over. So they can say and do whatever in the fuck they want from here on out. I'm done with these crazy bitches. And I
I don't.
do. Huh,
I don't pay him any attention.
yeah.
I've got other shit. I got other shit to do. And my advice to truth seeker dude is to find something else to engage your mind into, instead of trying to befriend these thoughts. You
Yeah.
know, who ain't your friend and never will be your friend ever.
Right.
You need to find something in your real life to focus your energy on. Whatever hobby it is, whatever career or education pursuit that it is, or health pursuit. You need to do something to better yourself in your real life, because you're never going to find what you're looking for here online, fucking with these petting zoo thoughts.
Right.
Even in the real world, Scorp Thought is out there trying to fuck over other people and turn them to her vegan religion. You
Right.
know, that should tell you something right there.
Right.
That she's trying to convert people to her way of life.
Oh
She's
yeah.
not willing to accept your way of life.
Well, I know she's watching this. Man, so I collected all her videos she made about me, and I hadn't really listened to them before. That crazy bitch would be a terrible detective, let me tell you. She fucking sucks at body language analysis, for one. Also, looking up, I was wearing a shirt when I went to go have lunch with Sunkist. I was wearing a shirt that a friend gave me for Christmas like 5 years ago from Game of Thrones. It says "I drink and I know things" from like Tyrion Lannister used to say that shit. And I was wearing that, and first she premises with, "Oh, I have these Jesus shirts, so I'm a fucking saint," and "Oh, here's GM's shirt, which means she's signaling that she's an alcoholic." And then she pulls up a picture of a shirt that wasn't even the same one, and she's like, "And look, it has the lions on it." So, like, I think that's for some from some kind of liquor. It's like this thought isn't even accurate with her detective skills. Like, it wasn't even the same shirt. I was like, she really is trying hard to push a narrative.
Well, it's like this, if there's, I've told you about this before, and a lot of you guys understand where I come from, and a lot of you would agree with my sentiments that there's one thing, if there's one thing, I can take a lot of shit, but
Yeah,
if there's one thing I can't stand, it's betrayal.
right, right,
If you betray me, that means like, if you fucking lie to me and I find out, you're done. You're
right.
done. If you lie to me, you're done. One time's all it takes,
Yeah,
and Scorp thought lied has lied and not just to me but to other people in the community. She's lied shown how she lies in her own life.
right.
Alice thought has done the same thing.
Yeah,
Now if they're willing to do that, if they're willing to go that far as to
yeah,
perpetuate their lies online, imagine what they're like in real life and what
right,
they would do to you
right.
when your back is turned.
Definitely not fucking have it.
Truth Seeker needs to wake up to that because
Yeah,
obviously he's willing to accept, a certain amount of betrayal, a certain amount of lies. And once they find that weakness, that chink in your armor, that hey,
yeah,
you're a pushover, you know, they'll stab you in the back first chance they get. And
yeah.
his reaction was about not getting receipts and shit, as if he was surprised. What?
Right,
I mean, I'm not fucking surprised at all. The bitch is a fucking compulsive liar.
right, right. Yeah, I've seen a strong correlation between misandrous and compulsive lying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all misandrous are fucking compulsive liars. I don't know which came first.
I can't, it's rare when I find a thought that's not feeding me a line of shit. You, Lori, Mrs. Carr are the exceptions to the rule.
Yeah,
Y'all have been pretty straight up with me. You've never fed me a line of bullshit, you know. But you got these thoughts over here that just can't seem to fucking, get it together. They
right.
think because they got a vagina express card that they can pull one over on some dudes. Well, obviously, if they can, you know, on like some Zek or Truth Seeker dudes, they're gonna fall for that shit,
Yeah,
because they don't understand the game. They think they do, you know, because they're sipping so hard for that pussy, but that doesn't make you a man. I mean, it actually
mm,
blinds you. You
right.
can't think clearly. It's what I say about, certain people. Like, if you're in a relationship, I can't help you. If you're in a relationship, I can't help you. If you got pussy on the brain, I can't help you. I can't coach you. I can't talk to you. Same thing with ragers. If you got so much rage on the brain, there's nothing I can do for you because you're not going to be receptive to the conversation. You're not going to accept the programming because you're already under some other certain type of programming that you fed in your head. You know.
Right. I don't know. I see it especially insidious when these women do it though, because they take advantage of a man's biological nature. Like, I went in
Oh yeah.
over to the one of the petting zoo uh, chats for like 5 minutes while Kush was streaming just to kind of check it out. And I've been over there a few times. He keeps forgetting I'm a chick. All these PUA people, I feel like kind of have short memories. But
Well, it's
he was talking about how,
yeah.
if a man allows it to happen, whose fault is that? But I'm like, and there's not enough characters to really express how malicious these women are and how they take advantage of sexual nature
It's
in
not
that
just
kind of
the
way.
biological nature, but it's the emotional nature that they prey on
Yes.
too. If they
Yes.
if they catch a man you have to understand a man who is subject, that is expressing his emotions is
Yeah.
an open target to be manipulated by these thoughts. And these
Right.
thoughts know it, and if there's any manipulator out there that knows how to manipulate emotions, it's a woman, and they can fucking toy with you.
Yep. Yep. I can drive her, by the way. Yeah.
Not mistaken, driver.
Yeah. Well, there will be dire consequences to these thoughts. It'll be
Well,
nice to see it unfold.
hopefully, I'm sure that Truth Seeker seems to be an intelligent man. I just think he's going through what I refer to as the
Yeah.
bouts of loneliness.
Yeah.
And as you go monk and you're celibate for a certain period of time, you go through this, you know, and because you feel that you are in need of companionship, you
Yeah.
know. You also have to understand that it's a chemical reaction in the brain. Okay, your biology is working against you, is working against your logic and reason, you know. And my advice for that is, exercise, meditation, putting your, making
Mm.
other goals, go on a fishing trip, get out of the fucking house, get offline, go do something.
Yeah.
Okay, because if you just sit there and you stew in that loneliness, you know and if even squeezing it off isn't helping, you need to do something else.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll consume you. When I Go ahead.
By the way, this person I recognize. I think this is one of Alice's wrenches, actually, from her channel. I've never seen him over here before. Strange. I don't know what that all those little characters mean. Yeah, but that's the thing. This guy, because I've listened to hours upon hours of his content, just to kind of figure out. I mean, he seems really knowledgeable as far as feminism goes. A lot of the female nature stuff. He had some really good input on a lot of different things. Apparently, he'd been around the community for a while. He's 53, lives up in Canada, but something he did mention was like social anxiety and you know kind of being
Well, there are a lot
isolated
of
and
intelligent men in the manosphere that you
yeah,
know that understand the gospel that a lot of us MGTOW talk about when it comes to female nature and feminism and stuff. You
yeah,
know, um, but some have their own take on things, and some involve still go over to petting zoo culture, and put women to task. And I don't have an issue with that, you know,
right,
as long as they're you know put, putting them to task, and calling them out for their hypocrisy, you
right,
know, because that's a big thing when it comes to these women, these feminists, these thoughts. They can't own up to be responsible for their actions. So if you're going to
right,
engage in petting zoo culture, my advice is to hold their feet to the fire and
yeah,
do not let up. Make them
yeah,
accept responsibility. It's like this one short that I saw. This one gentleman was talking about, that 80% of all men in prison are from single mother homes. 70% of all rapes are caused by men who were raised in single mother homes, and just the list went on and on. And these
right,
women are sitting there like, no, no, you can't blame women. And the dude just keeps
yeah,
reading
can't
off
blame
these
the moms, right?
keeps reading off these statistics, and he says, it takes a man and a woman to raise a man.
Yeah,
Okay. And a single mom, obviously, with these statistics is proof that she can't raise my son, you know, or my daughter, without me, with these type of statistics. So women are in denial. So I mean, if you're going to be a base dude, you know a manosphere type dude, and you're against feminism, and you still want to engage, in petting zoo culture, or with women, you need to hold their feet to the fire. That's what I do over here. I don't take no bullshit.
Right.
I don't go looking for them. I figured, I'm doing something else. I want to focus on dudes and helping them go their own way. Because I think that's more important because the suicide rate is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it
Okay.
is.
Um, Men and boys, need more focused energy than thought chasing. They need to learn how to, start their business, pursue their education and careers, focus on their health, being their own island hermit, being their own iridium kush, and focusing, understanding that there's more to life than just chasing girls.
Right.
A woman is just an accessory, gentlemen. A woman is think of that. Think of, I mean, yeah, you want to go out, and you want to get laid and everything like that. Okay, all that bullshit aside, But when it comes to you as a man, when you're living your life, when you're growing up, and you're, trying to figure out your way in life, what you want and what the goals you want to achieve, you need to focus on those first, and then focus on acquiring a woman later on in life because she's going to be an accessory to that. You need to secure your future first.
Right.
Don't try to hook up with a woman and then build a future with her because then she can take half of it belongs to her now. But if you acquire your property before you meet her, you acquire your business and you own it before you marry her, you acquire your house before you marry her, you acquire your transportation and all your assets before you meet her, she has no claim to that in a court of law. Why I'm the only one explaining this to you, I don't understand.
Mm.
Out of all the thousands of other manosphere MGTOW channels that are out there, how come none of these dudes, since they know so much, are why aren't they telling you this? You know, why aren't they talking about this on how to protect your assets? And how to acquire marriage insurance, how to cover your ass in that. Because they got their own agenda going on. So if
Yeah.
they got their own agenda going on, you should have your own agenda going on and prepare for your future. And that's what I want to focus on here with this new direction thing campaign that I'm keep preaching about. We need a new direction. We need more mentors. We need more people to set the example. We need
Yeah.
more island hermits. We need more iridium cushes and bandits out there preaching the gospel, truly helping guys, not fucking bullshitting you, trying to grift you for super chats or book sales or t-shirt sales, you know, but I'm talking real fucking talk, you know, not fucking pandering, with a circle of girls and shit and throwing these questions at them, which they don't even fucking understand. Women
You're
don't
talking
understand
about
the way
Myron
that.
and Walter.
Right. We've talked about this before, just not too long ago, about how women hear things differently when men speak. It's kind of like when we talked about when Mr. Reagan and Chris Cole, aka Chris Cole, talked about how women didn't like the way Trump spoke or didn't like the cadence of his voice
See, and
or
I loved
tonality of
it.
his voice.
I loved it.
Hmm.
Like he was the first politician that I ever heard
Hmm.
on whatever media that I was like, oh, like I get it. Like very short, very sweet, very to the damn point. I hate the other politicians. He
Well,
spoke my language
the
though.
comical thing, to me about it is the way women, well, the way they talked about Trump. They didn't like the way that he sounded. I'm like, do any of you women understand this dude's a fucking billionaire?
Right? Those
He's
women,
a
I have a
self-made
theory.
man.
I have a theory, bullets, that all the people that hated Trump all have daddy issues. Even the dudes. I, I'm pretty sure that's
You're
true.
you're you're not. Look, look. Well, it's usually the dumbest of thoughts,
Yeah.
that come out and say that shit. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't like the way that he talks or like the way that he's a billionaire. He could
Right.
fucking talk. Obviously, the way he talks makes ass loads of fucking money.
Right?
Ass loads of money.
Well,
What are
because
you bitching about? You don't like the.
he doesn't care about people's feelings. And I think the people with daddy issues have a problem with that. They
Yeah.
wanted Trump to be more like a mommy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, w- I don't care about women's feelings. I really don't. I'm too focused on my own shit to be concerned about that. Every base dude that comes in here wanting to go in a new direction, and lead by example and become a self-made man shouldn't be concerned about the feelings of others. Those are
Right.
all secondary. There are other priorities, that you need to put ahead of everybody's fifis. And that's
Yeah.
the type of, I've read Trump's books before. I read Art of the Deal, and oth- other other
Yeah, me
books,
too.
from CEOs and billionaires and shit like that, and people don't like the way that they talk either. There are a lot of people out there that don't like the way they talk, but you have to understand something. There's a method to the madness and the way they talk and present themselves and their mannerisms and shit. It's these gentlemen are emulating just in their tonality and their voice and their body movements and body language. Every time Trump moves, he makes $1 million. Okay,
Right.
that's
Right.
that's the type of language I want to become fluent in, and you as a man should also want to become fluent in. Don't worry about catering to some thoughts fifis. She doesn't care. Let me tell you what about when a thought complains about, you know, men don't are not emotionally in touch with their feelings, or they don't understand, the way a woman feels and shit. That shit's all moot. When the electric bill comes in the mail, the electric company doesn't care about your fucking feelings at
Right.
all.
Right.
At all. It wants that paper. It wants that credit card number. You know,
Yeah.
the
Man,
idea. Let me ask you this. The thing about it is like this: how many of these thoughts that are in touch with their feelings stack paper to the ceiling?
none. By the way,
Very
Manlatopia.
few, very few, if any. And if they do, they're propped up by the
Right.
media.
Right. Manlatopia, go tell Alice that incest is only cool in her family, okay?
Let's see, Lord Jeremy first says men need to protect their assets by putting them into a trust. Then the courts can't touch them. Yeah, exactly. You have to understand, when you get married, read your marriage contract, read the state laws. When you sign your marriage license, it specifically states that you're signing your rights over to the states. Okay. So be sure that you consult an attorney that your assets are secure before you get married. I'm not talking about a fucking prenup. I'm talking marriage insurance. I'm talking security of your assets, your property. That way, in case if she bails out, she only gets half of what you acquired after she married you, not before. And don't never let her talk you into surrendering the assets, like that nice sports car that you got, before you got married. you know she's going to fucking do everything in her power to talk you out of that into selling it. And the moment you do, she gets half,
Mm.
because you made that sell after you were married.
Why would
you
she
you
want you to sell
gentlemen,
it though?
you guys need to go pick up Art of the Deal. Go read some Lee Iacocca. Go read some Dr. Wayne Dyer, greatest salesman in the world. Go read up on
Mm.
some of these billionaires and CEOs, and learn how to, be a businessman and secure your assets and shit. Go read who's that dude? Was it Kiyosera who wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad? Go read that book. That book is full of, awesome information. You'll learn a
Yeah.
lot of shit. You as dudes need to take the initiative to secure your financial future, because ain't no dumb thought going to do it for you. Nobody's going to do it for you. You know,
Right.
a lot of these dudes that are chasing pussy like True Seeker and shit are so desperate for pussy, they'll marry. They want to get, they want to marry the pussy and everything, and then they want to fucking build a future with it. That doesn't work. That's doing things bass backwards. You. It's kind of like the way. How did Al Pacino put it in that movie Scarface? He said, first you get the money, then you get the mansion or all the business and everything. Then last thing, the last thing you get is the girl. So the girl should be the last thing on your fucking mind,
Right.
as a man to acquire in your life. Period. All's fair in love and war, gentlemen.
Is that your backup channel, the Yeetus? I haven't seen that one. Or are you a Yeetus fan?
Yeah, speaking of yay, I saw that interview, a part of the interview on
Who?
Tim Pool. Yay, is that his name? Kanye West. Did you
Uh,
see any of that? What a freaking joke.
no,
And how they
no.
try to spit at it, that Trump's a racist, a bunch of bullshit. Then I saw
Mm,
the Crowder interview with Alex Jones. They're like, what a circus.
yeah. Yeah, I haven't been up much on a lot of the mainstream stuff lately. I do
Hmm.
have good news though. One of my clients that was trying non-binary for a while, she's in fourth grade. I
Hmm.
saw her and she's growing her hair back out. So 4 haircuts it took to plant enough seeds to talk her out of it.
Oh, is that the girl that shaved her head and dyed it blue or something? Or you were
No, no,
talking
no.
about? That was a couple months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, she's I've
Mm-hmm.
been cutting her hair since she was 4. And I cut like she had her hair beautiful down like halfway down her back, really pretty thick hair. And she came in one day and her mom was like using the weird pronouns. And I was like, "What the hell?" She's like, "Oh, she's decided that she's non-binary and blah 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 blah." I was like, "Oh, what? You're one
Whatever.
of those?" So I
There
asked
are
her.
only
I was
two
like,
genders.
I know. Well, and I asked her, I was
Everything
like,
else is a mental case.
I know. Well, but it's environmental. So her sister did it first. It came from middle school, and then she wanted to be like her sister, and then it kind of spread. And they go to private school. So this is like high
Mm.
dollar private school shit, the Catholic school that this stuff is happening in. But I was like, what do you mean by now you're non-binary, now your pronouns are they them? I was like, why? And she's like, oh, I just don't feel like a she her. I was like, well, you're really not going to after you make me chop all your damn hair off. Like, but she wanted to do it, and then she wanted these bangs and stuff. And I mean, it looked cute. It was a bob, but it was just definitely so damn short compared to what she's used to. And then like we took a little more off the next time, and then the next time she kind of wanted it more shaggy. And I mean, meanwhile, I'm planting some seeds during our discussion. And this last time, she's like, "Yep, I want to grow my hair out. I miss my pretty long hair." I was like, "Oh, good." Yeah, she's given up on. It was a short little trend for her, thankfully.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's the thing, though, with all these people, that go to university and come out SJWs. I mean, is that their life goal? I mean, when they went to university, did they thought that they would come out doctors or lawyers or come out with STEM field degrees, or did
yeah.
they figure that they would come out as communist social justice warriors?
I think they thought what they were told to think because women are very malleable and very what's a good word?
You don't go to university to be taught what to think. You go to university to be taught how to think.
Yeah, but these young women are told because of the feminist narrative that they can be whatever they want to be. Which I had a
That's a
discussion
lie.
with RJ about this earlier. Be whatever you want to be, but whatever these individuals choose to be is based on their environment and what they're suggested they should be. So it's not even. I mean, they have these camps where they recruit like STEM and get more girls in STEM. And oh, you should, you being since you're you love animals, you should be a veterinarian. Like, I mean, these ideas are put into these girls' heads. So, yeah,
Well, when I went to public school uh, to get an associate's degree in data entry back in the day, that was the big thing back then. Everybody's being pushed into data entry,
right,
and I needed to get some college under my belt to get into the military. I needed at least 30 college credits to get in, and I remember that I had to take a test. And basically, what this test is, it helps the college help you decide what classes you need to take,
right,
and what you qualify into, you know, not just, it's not that, I felt like, of that I wanted to do data entry as a career or anything like that, or that I wanted to be, a doctor or something else, or an EMT, that you actually have to take a test and your counselor can better use that test to better guide you on your given career path. They
right.
can basically tell what classes you can take that you're going to be good at, and what classes that you're not going to be able to take. Because you're either not good at or you need to build up to be able to take. Got a
Yeah,
PhD and putting foot to ass. Right on, bro. As for women, these days, I mean, looking for a career, I mean, they're hiring garbage men left and right. The great the hey, the great re cometh.
yeah.
It's coming.
Oh, yeah,
That's one thing Truth Seeker was talking to Scorp thought about, that she
yeah.
needs to prep and everything, because
she's too busy trying to play the lotto. I'm
was she
like,
playing
that's
lot?
stupid. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think she has a gambling habit.
Oh well, so do I. I still play Lotto
Yeah,
not every day, not all the time, but I'll play Texas Lotto. Like I'll when I go to the store for cigarettes or something like that. I mean, if it's game night, I'll throw $5 on our ticket. Yeah, you never know. You can't win if you don't play. If
yeah,
you got $5 to spare, fuck it.
yeah. I think she's banking. Oh, it's another video she was talking about. She was talking about crows and how animals animals bring her signs. It's just, I guess the animals were telling her about me. I guess whatever.
Hmm.
And I think she's banking on the animals being right that she's gonna be saved by winning the lottery.
Oh, she's one of those boho bitches, one of those
Yeah,
spirit animal bitches.
yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
but yeah, bohemian bourgeois bitch.
Yeah, she's fucking nuts.
Yeah,
Well, not my fucking problem anymore.
yeah. Yeah. Here's a scary thought. If she actually wins the lottery and gets a shitload of money, now
Yeah,
that's scary. A
yeah,
stupid thought with an ass load of money.
yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lifetime movie of the week. It's gonna be a fucking Greek tragedy.
I'm sure she'd somehow file bankruptcy in like within 5 years. Don't a lot of people that win the lottery do that? End up filing
Majority
bankruptcy?
of them do. Yeah, I think it's something like 80% of people who win the lottery. Like somebody won that $1 billion off the Powerball a couple months back, and somebody up in Chicago and shit. I mean, what do you do when you find out you got that? You don't know what to fucking do. You're gonna have people calling you up and harassing you and shit. And filling your head full of shit on what to do with your money. I'll tell you the first thing what you do with your money when you cash a ticket. When you cash a ticket, is don't tell anybody. And you'll want to move, pack your shit and move, change your phone number, change your email. Yeah, yeah, you definitely, yeah, seriously, because you're gonna have people coming out of the fucking woodwork after your ass. Now, as soon as you go ghost, you know, what you need to do is contact my boy Bandit. for some financial advice. you know, and if I know Bandit, he's going to tell you on how to secure your shit. You're probably going to want to put it in a couple different banks. So that way, if anything happens, you're still covered by FDIC for certain amounts and shit, you know. And you may want to acquire a fiduciary or something like that to help you manage your funds. But the thing is this, don't put all your money in one place. You want to take your money, take your winnings, put $1 million in this bank, put $1 million in that bank, put $1 million over there in that bank, put $1 million over in this fiduciary, and you want to spread your money out in different places and shit. And then what you want to do, you want to hire yourself, a good accountant or a good tax attorney to help manage those accounts and make sure that your taxes and everything that are paid. And you should be able to generate enough money off the interest off of that alone to help cover your taxes. And then what you want to do, you don't want to go spend your money all at once, but you want to give yourself an allowance. So what you would do, you would have like a local bank or credit union, whatever you do, you'd have your money in there, and you give yourself an allowance. Like, I don't know, what's a fair allowance? Anywhere, kind of like, think of it like a paycheck. How much would you pay yourself every couple of weeks? You know, so you would take out maybe 2 or 3 grand every 2 weeks. That gives you shopping money. It gives you money to travel on and do other shit. You know, but you don't want to spend all your money on stupid shit like expensive cars and stuff and houses and stuff like that. What you want to do is sit on your money for as long as you can and think about it. Think about what you want. Don't get in a hurry to spend all your money. You want to make smart business decisions with your money. And how you're going to uh, invest that into assets, to where you're going to make more money off of that, you know.
First thing I would do, I feel like it would be pay off my house.
hmm
I know you said
But hey,
move, but
right, hey,
go
if anybody
ghost.
wins the lottery and you need some advice, hit me up. I'm more than happy to give you some advice.
Bandits like,
You know, and of course, if you're feeling generous, you want to buy Bullets a new truck. Hey, yeah, I'll be more than happy to accept that gift. You know,
hey Pope, hey Lawrence.
man, I'd love a new truck. I got my old '96 back here. I got to go break my knuckles on and change the head gaskets out on. But it's mine. I own it.
Bandit wants to give financial advice right now.
We started talking about money. Oh yeah, Bandit's gonna come up. He's gonna give you fun. Yeah, let the professional come up and advise you on how to handle your lottery winnings.
All right, Bandit, I'll send you.
Yeah. Bandit's the community economist. He
Yeah,
knows what's going on. He knows what to do.
where are you? Oh, there you are. See, we're helping Scorp Thought right now.
I don't help anybody.
She probably won't listen, but there you go, Bandit.
Oh,
I
she's
sent
hanging
it to
on
you.
every fucking word right now, praying to
Oh
God,
man,
hoping,
she
probably
is
listening to
so
those,
crazy.
probably listening to affirmation videos, with the lotto and shit. Please, Jesus, please let me win the lotto.
Who's Eric Lawrence? Are you talking about
Eric, who's Eric Lawrence?
no,
Lawrence Rotano?
I know who Lawrence is. I'm asking him who Eric
Yeah,
is.
Lawrence is a regular.
I know.
He's been around since I started streaming again.
The
He was,
only person I
no, he's been
know with the
around
name
before that.
Eric has he's part of the Gulag, so
Oh, is he backstage or
no.
is Bandit coming up? I thought he was coming up.
Yeah, he said give me 10 minutes and then I'll shut up.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's a busy man. He's a busy man. That's cool.
Oh yeah, Eric Zombro, Easy. I don't know why Lawrence would invite Easy though. Oh gosh, show me the money.
You guys are killing me. He bet it.
Killing me. Glitch, you're
I
not
bet.
far
I
off,
bet.
but you're one clear step off. When you win the lottery, you have to tell them your address, and you need to tell them
Uh,
where you live, but you have 365 days to claim it. So what you do is you put all your works and ducks in a row first. So first thing you do is you calculate how much money do you need for the rest of your life. And we're going to call this the SOL account, the shit out of luck account. Okay, you throw this, you
Hmm.
have this kind of, if you have like $1 billion, you figure, okay, I need $5 million minimum for the rest of my life to survive. Okay, that goes in an SOL account. You don't touch it. That's goodbye. All right, just call that your insurance for being a dumbass if you spend all your money. The next thing you do is you talk to Wells Fargo and say, I have $1 billion and here's my lottery ticket, and they'll bring you to Abbott Downey, which is Wells Fargo's, like, really, for really rich clients, and they know every single trick in the book. This is the kind of people Trump hire, okay? And they'll tell you how to put the money in trust. Now, you have to do this before you claim the lottery, because to do trusts, for it to transfer, you need to have all this research and all these funds set up first before you even move a dime.
Oh, if I can
does it have to
interject
be
really
Wells
quick,
Fargo?
before you
No, I'm
hand
just
your
using an
ticket
example. Like,
over.
they
Okay.
have these organizations. They're called high network fund managers that just deal with people that have, like, we'll just say over $50 million. So they know
Would you
all the tricks of the trade.
would
We're
you
talking.
advise to fill out the ticket before you hand it over to anybody first? Fill out the
Yes.
back of the ticket. Would you
Oh,
do
100%.
that first before you hand it to anybody and make
Yeah, I'm telling you,
photocopies
when you
of
do
it?
the money end, you want to set up the trust and do all this
Hmm.
background stuff first. And then the next thing you do is the first thing you do is you establish a shit out of, actually, the first thing I would say to do is a tax account. So just assume 60% of it you'll never see. There's your taxes, okay? And then the first thing you do is you pay yourself. So that's the SOL account. Whatever money you need for the rest of your life. Then you start paying off shit that's important to you. Like, oh my God, I have a leaky roof. Okay, that's paid off. I get, my house is paid off. You should, and then the next step that you do is you hire a insurance guy, and you insurance the life, because everything, your life has completely changed. So now you need to make sure that people don't come after you. So you have ransom insurance. You have, you know, getting out of a bad area insurance. You have bodyguards, all this kind of stuff. You will need to actually start to think about, because now you have a high net worth. Now you're a target. So you want to start, and then
Hmm.
with different trusts and different umbrella policies, you need to move all your assets and not own your asset, move them all into a trust. So if you ever get in a car accident, they can always sue you as an individual, which owns nothing, but the money's in a trust. So you're basically protecting yourself
Like an
against liability.
LLC.
It's better than LLC, because LLC can still get targeted because it's still an entity. The trust is its own separate entity. It doesn't even associate yourself with you. You could call it ABC Trust, but I'm a beneficiary of the trust, meaning I have all the assets are going to be spent on me,
Hmm.
but the trust owns the assets. So your house is in its own trust. Your car is on its own trust. So if you get in a car accident, someone can't sue you for, if they want to bankrupt you, they're just going to bankrupt the trust, which that trust owns the car. So, okay, it owns a 20,000, or say you own $1 million car. Okay, it has $1 million asset in it, but they can't go after the rest of the $1 billion, because the only thing that the trust owns is that asset. This is the kind of, like, you got to really start thinking about liabilities, like
Right.
secure and security, and basically anything to do with security. And after that, then you start thinking about, okay, what am I going to do for a legacy, and what can I physically spend per month? And then basically, you shouldn't be touching your nest egg. The goal is, in this situation, you live off interest. So you need to calculate what your interest is. If I'm making 10% a year, I get to spend, $100,000 this year. If I make 9%, I can only spend $90,000. Is that possible? If it's not possible, then I got to do investments and take on risks. But if I can live off the interest, you'll never go
Hmm.
broke. That's where everybody screws up. They start spending money, and
Right.
the other big thing is it's the pie principle. So if I
Right.
start a business and I let someone go in and start spending money, they're going to take a part of the pie. So if I'm not running the business, if I hire a sales team or a manager, they're going to take X number of the pie away. And then eventually you're going to be left with so small of a pie that you're not earning anything yet you fronted all this money. So it's not
Hmm.
worth it financially if you're doing it. The key thing is you don't want to lose yourself with the money. The money should amplify what you like to do with your life. The money shouldn't change your life. Like if you like
Right.
hiking, you're gonna hike more often, but doesn't mean now that I'm hiking, I need to get $1,000 backpack. You know what I mean? Like you need to find a way to humble yourself and protect yourself at the same time. You can't lose yourself in the money, otherwise it will destroy you. Money, what money does is it's an amplification of your personality. So if you're a good person, it's going to allow you to do good things. If you're a bad person, it's going to allow you to do bad things. And money will take over your life because you're going to be like, I'm just going to spend money, and then it's going to give you no meaning in life. So your the
And you're
biggest
gonna have
advice
new
I can give
friends you've
anybody.
never even met before.
I know, but yeah, that's the other what I was going to say. Money's going to change every aspect of your life. People hounding you for cash, all this stuff. So you're going to find out who your real true friends are real quick. The
Hmm.
only
Yep.
advice
And
I
you're
would
gonna
say
find a
is
whole, bunch of, hot looking women and shit. All of a sudden, find you attractive.
the biggest advice I would tell you to do, it would be to basically ghost in plain sight. I don't care. You're going to want to
Hmm.
tell people that you won the lottery. They're going to find out on their own. You do not want to be, you don't want to be a tourist about it. You don't want to be flashing money around. You don't even want your
Yeah, you don't
friends
want
to
to
know.
advertise.
Nope. And not even to your family or friends. You want them to treat you just the same as they did the day before. I mean,
Hmm.
to the best of your ability. I mean, you can't hide it from everybody, but the key thing is to protect yourself through insurance products, through annuities, through trusts, and you have to do all this crap before you take a penny. So you're going to be out of a good amount of out of pocket. But once they know that you're a lottery winner, you can basically leverage those funds, those future funds to pay for that stuff. The worst thing you can do is take them. And the next bit of advice, I understand that the lump sum is the better financial decision. However, a lot of people can't handle being like, okay, I just made 600,000, 600, yeah, $1 million. What the hell am I going to do? It might be beneficial to, you have to know yourself. It might be more beneficial to take the annuity rate of for the next 20 years so you don't
Yeah, but
spend
the
all
thing
the
with
money.
that is that every time you go to collect, you'll have to go to the tax processes.
Well, it's the same thing. You pay the taxes now, or you pay the taxes. You either lump sum, you're still paying the taxes. It's just
Yeah, but you're pretty much paying it all at once, aren't you? And that's one reason why people would
well,
take the
annuity is
lump
always a
sum
better deal.
over the
I
30
mean,
payments in annuity.
well, it's the time value of money. It's always better to have money now than money in the future. It's money in the future is worth less than having
Hmm.
money now. That's just a law of finance. But
I don't. If
annuities
you're
are,
young, you would probably want, the payment option. That way,
I
because
would
you're
say most
young,
people they
you're
should
going to be
have the
stupid with money. You can stretch it over time. But if you're old, so like if you're in your 50s or 60s, you probably want all your money now.
yeah. But assuming you're kind of young, I would go for the annuity because you don't know how to handle money yet, and the worst thing for you to do is have a shit ton of money and not know what to do with it. If you have it over the
Right.
annuities, even if you had a bad year and you spent all the money, you got next year, you're gonna get another. You're gonna get, I mean, you can get a shitty job for 5 months and then come around, you'll get paid again. And
Yeah.
the
So if you
first thing
can't
I
handle money, if you've never had a lot of money, get the
what
annuity. But if you're
Yep.
old and
And the other
seasoned
thing I
and
would
you can
say,
handle the money, get the lump sum.
well, the lump sum's always the better financial advice. But you have to know it's like poker. You have to know the play. You play the player, you don't play the
Hmm.
hand. If you know you're shitty with money, getting the getting the lump sum could be the worst possible thing that you could possibly do. There's nothing worse that you
Right.
could do than get the lump sum. But if you're good with money and have a game plan, see the thing is Dave Ramsey's right about this. Like zero sum budgets, like if you have a game plan for the money will work for you. If you don't have a game plan for every freaking
Right.
dollar, then what's going to happen is it's going to get lost. And you might lose $1,000 here, $10,000 here, and then by the time you're done with it, you just lost $3.5 million. So, like
Yeah.
every
And it
dollar
can
needs
melt
to have.
quick.
Yeah. And what I would advise everybody to do on something like this, if you ever did win the lottery, first thing you do is you look for financial advice. You want a teacher, you don't want a salesman. You want someone that tells you how financial products work and you have the ultimate decision. And then basically you and an attorney get together and you come up with a game plan. And you got to do this all before you get the money because what happens is most people don't realize this, but if you start earning interest on that money, now you got to play capital gains. So a lot of people, what they do until they don't figure out what they do, it's called a zero coupon account or a zero interest account, and they throw the money in that, and basically the money just sits there and it's not earning any interest. However, you don't have to pay more taxes on it until you figure out what you want to do with it. So people don't know this.
Do you have
Like
to
you put
pay
it in a
interest?
checking
Well,
account.
if you have it like in a like it say like if you put it like in a high interest savings account or something like that, and leave it there, do you have to pay taxes
The
on the
growth,
interest
yes, you do.
that it gains?
Yes, and the problem is, depending on their state, it could be capital gains. So it could be 20%. It could be
Oh,
it could be named
really?
as income. It all depends on how they denote
Whoa,
that kind of money.
20% of the interest or 20% of the total amount?
Well, it'd be 20% of the interest, and that's what I'm saying. A lot of people put them in
Okay, so
zero.
they can't touch the amount, the total amount that's in there,
Well,
only
after the
only
initial
the
hit, yes.
interest that's generated.
You'll get the so say easy numbers. Say you won $1 million. 60% of that, just
Right.
kiss it goodbye for taxes. So 60% of
Okay.
that, so you're down to 400,000. Okay, so 400,000 is truly your money after taxes. Okay, now if you start investing on that money, depending on what financial instrument you use, you might tax the whole 400 or it might be the interest.
Hmm.
That's why most people, until you have a game plan, you leave it in a zero interest account so you don't start accruing interest on it. And then you're depending on your state's laws, you might have to pay different penalties or state or whatever funds because remember, you're also at the highest tax bracket. So whatever you do, if it's counted as income, you're going to be paying damn close to 50%. You're like, what is it,
Could the bank
48.6%?
could the bank handle that for you, or would you need to acquire your own accountant to do that?
Just like most people, you don't like having all your money in one bank is like dating someone at work. You don't shit where you work. Do you know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
you don't put
Right.
investing in all of one bank. Just like you don't have your credit card and your debit card at the same bank because that's way too much financial knowledge that one bank knows about you. You always
No, I was just saying, could they withdraw? Say, like, even if you, no matter like how much money you got in there, and you have different bank accounts. I'm just saying, can the bank just withdraw that tax money out of that high interest account to pay the taxes on it, or do you have to go in and do that manually yourself?
well, that's when you have a financial team and they will do that for you because these Abbott Downing places, like you guys have no idea what that kind of like. I know you guys aren't really being into sports, but these are the kind of people that will be like, okay, you want to go to the Super Bowl? All right, we'll get the tickets for you. No free charge. We'll just get it. It's just nature of doing business. Like they give you all these kind of perks, like
Hmm.
concierge service. Like every single hotel or restaurant you ever go to, you just call them up. They'll pick you up. They'll make the arrangements. You want to go to a 5-star, hotel or vacation, they'll do all the planning for you for free. It's part of the services that they. This is why like wealthy people they don't plan all this stuff because all the financial service industry you basically it's called a home office. You basically get a person that specializes in planning your daily life. You got a person that does annuities. You got a person that does insurance plans. Someone does risk analysis. Someone does security. And trust me, every single aspect of your life will be completely planned out. Or if you have any questions on, they will come to you. So like you say, look, I want to improve like fitness. They will hook you up with the best personal trainer. They'll have them on speed dial. Like you get like Arnold Schwarzenegger's like physical trainer. Like I'm just saying, like this is what these companies have. Like this is the kind of connections they'll like say your favorite artist
And
is
we're
I don't
talking
know.
if you win like multi-million-dollar lottery here too. By the
Yeah,
way,
but
I mean,
I'm just proving this is what these
yeah.
people have, and like this is what people don't normally talk about. Like, and then you're
Hmm.
gonna have if you get this kind of money, you have if you want to buy real estate, like you have to get CDR, which are like basically saying that you have enough money in the bank. Another thing I would do if you earn this kind of money is when you sign bank accounts, you personally make every single bank account restricted. So when a bank teller sees your bank account, they don't know how much money you have just for security on you. So like you could put restricted accounts in where the tellers don't even know how much money you have. They would say error or restricted because you don't want people to know that you have sitting on like $300 million in your bank account. You know what I mean?
Right.
And just remember with bank accounts, every single bank, FDIC insurance is only $250,000. So anything over that at a bank, if the bank folds, you lose that kind of money. So you want to you want to basically spread I mean, there's other ways of doing it, but the easiest way is you keep no more than $200,000 at every bank that you're at. Because if you are, and
Right.
I don't
You're
trust
about to
banks,
go on
I
a
rather use
tour
credit
of some
unions.
banks, y'all. If you got that kind of money,
Yeah, but
you're
I
going to
mean, you're
be
not
going to
keeping
bank
that.
to bank to bank to bank, opening up different accounts, to secure
Mm.
those finances.
Yeah, the whole key with this is it's just like carpentry. You want to measure twice, cut once. You want to do
Hmm.
all this crap planning before you even get the funds. And then you go from there. You have to come up with a game plan, what you want to do, figure out what you're going to do, understand that you don't want to say a word to anybody, keep this on the down low, and try not to let the money change you. It's going to change you to a degree. I mean, no one, but at the same time, try to don't lose yourself. That's the key thing. But financially, I mean, the key thing I would just say is make sure you have a SOL account because you're going to spend all this money and you don't want to be screwed out of, your retirement. And just call that as a check. It's a risk against yourself. You're putting money away that if shit came down to it and I lost everything, at least I have this money set aside. Kind of like you ever see How to Make a Zoo or whatever that one with Matt Damon. I don't know if you guys saw, but it's
Matt
basically
Damon.
Matt Damon. But basically in the end,
Which one's that?
his wife basically said like I knew you were gonna waste all this money, so I created an extra fund, and then they got an extra money that put
Mhm.
him over the top. But it's just a story to prove that you always set money aside just in case like shit hits the fan
Yeah.
or you lose
The
everything.
SOL account. Yep.
Yes, SOL account. But yeah, that I'll get off of my rant on money, but yeah, you're not far off. It's just when you really get into the Abbott Downing areas of the world, you should see the kind of perks. I'll shoot you guys if you guys are really interested. I'll shoot you a list of what kind of perks they get offered. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like
Shoot it.
yeah, it is
Post
flat
it up
out
in the
like it
Discord.
is flat out
To hear.
insane what they can get. Like, oh, say, yeah, you wanna go to a say you like Metallica. Oh, you're not just liking Metallica, you're going backstage and meeting Metallica. Like no questions asked. You know what I mean? Like that's the
I've
kind
met
of like
Metallica. They're cool dudes.
yeah, I'm just saying in general, like whatever you like to do. Say you like to fly, you'll have a private jet pick you up. Like a limo will come to your house. You'll go to a private
Put it in
plane,
Discord under
you
serious
know, whatever you want
discussions
to
and
do on the
throw it
plane, quote
there.
unquote, no questions asked. What?
And put
Sorry.
it in Mandy's Discord under serious discussions. So that way it's logged
Yeah,
in.
I'll have to pull it up. I mean, it's hard to. They don't really put this
Whenever.
stuff out there, but I'll find it for you.
Yeah,
It's out
whenever.
there on the internet. I just got to look for it because
Yeah, it'd be
it is.
interesting read.
It's shocking what it's really shocking once you get to that kind of wealth area. Like the problem is it's such a we'll just say a jerking off contest because like it's like, oh, I just landed this client. Oh, you just landed this client. Oh, he said to do this investment. Oh, you tell me to do this investment. And then basically that's how you get to like people
Mhm.
investing into stupid things like that cryptocurrency that crapped out. That was all. I bet you that was one, wealth planner that got, Tom Brady and six other dudes to invest, $100 million each, and then there's $1 billion right there, and then you just lost all that money.
Yeah,
I mean, that's how that
stay
happens.
out of crypto. I tried to get into crypto, and when I did that, my life lock went off like like alarm bells. And
Yeah,
my bank called me and shut my account. I had to go down there, and that was
yeah,
after I opened up a Kraken account. They put my personal information on the dark web.
I'm not surprised. Yeah, crypto is basically you seriously need to know what you're doing. Like, this is not for
Kraken
the average Joe. Like,
Kraken and Etana did that. They're toxic as shit. Stay out of crypto.
yeah, crypto is what the wild west of finance. Basically, there's no real regulations. It's basically buyer beware and a serious buyer beware. The only
Well, it's
thing,
starting to collapse since FTX, so
oh, I
it's nice
know
to
it.
see. Even Bitcoin is on a downward spiral. It's because of FTX and the crypto collapse. It's losing faith.
Hmm.
People are losing faith in it now.
The the only the only recommendation I would say is anytime with investing, one thing goes up, another thing goes down. Never put all your money into one type of instrument. Pass it all around to all different types: bonds, mutual funds,
Precious
insurance
metals,
plans, annuities, you know, cash, commodities, all the different aspects should have a part of what it should be. Don't take too much risk that you are not willing to take. If you can finance it, th- look at this. If you can pay for it cash, but you don't want the stress behind it, then you get an insurance policy for it. Otherwise, you
mhm,
don't get an insurance policy. So, if I'm worried about my house, but I can afford to get another house, I really don't need an insurance policy on the house. I don't need homeowner's insurance because I can pay for it. All right. So, I mean, that's the whole thing. You don't want to get nickled and dimed to death, too. And then the last thing I would say is, if you're going to invest in that kind of area, um, just like everything, you never put enough money into an account or a tool that you're not willing to lose. So, like, if you have if you have
right?
$1,000, you want to put $100 into 10 different things that do different things. That's probably a smarter move than throwing in like $800 here and $200 there.
Yeah, I've heard people
So,
being talked into like the stock market and investing and shit like that, and I wouldn't like toss my entire winnings at that. I would more like, okay, well, here's like $5,000. Show me what you can do with that.
yes, yes, testing
If you can
people
make a
is,
return on that, then we'll see. Where we can go from there.
yeah, it's really easy. You can say the stock market and the S&P averaged 13% this year. If you're not earning me
Hmm.
13%, I would have been better investing into the S&P in an index fund, which anybody can do.
Hmm.
So if you're not earning me 20% interest, why am I paying you all these fees and all this other crap just to handle my money? So never feel bad about firing financial people if they're not earning you the returns you're paying for. So,
Right.
all right, I'll step down. I said I was only gonna be 10 minutes. I was 14, so I'm stepping down.
No, that was great, Bandit. Thank you for coming up.
Yeah.
And give us
Yeah.
an education. That was really awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I could go. I mean, I could talk a lot longer, but I mean, I'm putting Manny to sleep here, so.
No, this is what I
That's a,
talked about with mentoring and everything, and getting a
yeah,
takeaway from this. I mean, everybody just learned a lot here, so that was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep.
yeah.
Anything else, you can
And
just
thank
ask
you
me
for that.
questions. Yep. All right.
I
Have a good one,
appreciate that.
guys.
Thank you for that.
Yep.
Thanks.
You have a good
Thanks,
night,
Bandit.
brother. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, Bandit's
You all better hit the like button on that one.
Bandit's. That's his lane. It's definitely his lane. Okay, so Truth Seeker came in. He was here. I don't know if he's still here.
Yeah, I saw that he popped in. He probably got word that we were talking about him earlier and stuff. So maybe he'll, go back and rewind and
Yeah, well, I did tag him
Scorpio
because
wanted me to call the FBI.
I wanna have a one-on-one with him. I'm trying to schedule that. I want his take on his experience. Oh, he's still here. I want his take on his experience, how he got sucked into that crazy bitch's character assassination campaign.
Yeah, so I saw your video last night, Truth Seeker, and I have my opinions on that, but they are mine, you know, is what it is.
I don't know. Truth Seeker, do you want to come up tonight? You want to try? He said he's never been on a panel before. Yeah.
Oh, we could have told you that. She was full of shit, man.
All right. I'm going to drop the
You know,
StreamYard link.
yeah, we've been calling her out since day one.
It's
Do you want
StreamYard.
me to step off so you can have your one-on-one, or you want me to hang out, or?
Um, Here, I'll drop the link. This is just for Truth Seeker. No crazy bitches hit that link. We'll give it a try.
Exactly, Bandit. Dude, that was awesome. Thank you for coming up and giving us an education.
Yeah. Well, and if
Definitely
Scorp thought,
cleared up some stuff there. So everybody play the lottery and good luck. Hope you won millions of dollars. Don't forget your buddy Bullets up here needs a new truck. That's all I want is a truck. If I look under my Christmas tree, there'd be a shiny new truck there. Oh, that would just make my day.
yeah, Cam's car is still in the fucking shop. Still.
Mm.
This whole warranty thing and replacing or rebuilding the engine, dude, they've had it for over 2 months.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't have to be a brand new truck. It could be a used truck as long as it runs. I like Fords. Ford F-150. The long bed. It's all I need. I just need something with 8 foot of real estate on it and some wheels.
All right, let me put up a screen. I've learned this from the Black Pill community. Let's see. Hold on. Give me 1 sec, Truth Seeker. Let's see. Overlay. Here's one. This one might work. Yeah. Seeker. Are you there? Overlay. Here's one. This one might work.
Did Jeremy got the Mega Million ticket? Go for it, bro. Good luck, man. You can have it. I've had Texas Lottery before. The most I ever got is 3 numbers, though.
Okay,
That's about average,
Truth Seeker, I muted you because I hear an echo. You might have to close YouTube in the background. So you should only have StreamYards open.
Right. I like the goldfish meditation thing right there. That's really cool.
Hello? Testing? Are you there?
Hello,
Hello? I
can you
can
hear
hear you.
me?
Yeah,
Take down the cover deal.
I can. Can you hear us, Truth Seeker? Oh wait.
I heard him just a second ago.
Yeah. Are you there?
Hello.
Can
Hello.
can you hear us?
Okay. I saw Scorpio. Thought what was it? 3 years ago, she made a video about MGTOW, and I think I shitted on her. I don't remember, but I probably did. Right? I didn't like her. I didn't fucking like her.
Uh-huh.
And then she made a fucking what a review of Hammerhand's fucking MGTOW movie. And that fucking MGTOW movie was heavily biased, right? Heavily fucking biased. So I don't like her even more. This bitch, right?
Right.
Can't trust this bitch. How could I
Right.
trust this bitch? She's like liking on Hammerhand that's fucking like it's not even a balanced movie. It's just pointing fingers at women, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He didn't do enough research. He just slapped shit on, right? I don't know. And that's how she fucking does it. She says, oh, she can get dates and all this shit, but in reality, she has to go to the MGTOW community to get male attention, right?
Right.
That's why she was in the MGTOW community to get male attention. So this bitch would agree with fucking MGTOW and shit. No, I don't think she didn't control me or anything, but I just wanted to see what kind of person she is. And this fucking bitch, she claims that she linked a clip of your fucking live stream where you were talking about trying to figure out if she was a legal immigrant and shit, and she claimed that was doxing. I guess it could have been, but no name was mentioned when I'm thinking about it now. She didn't fucking
Oh,
mention a name.
right.
Then she fucking what? She claimed, I mean, when I made that video, she fucking claimed that she had receipts. I didn't even ask her if she had proof. She said she had receipt that you guys wanted to dox. I mean, plan to fucking murder her. So I had to take it seriously. I mean, when somebody says that, and I asked her for
Why
proof,
would I want to
not
murder?
once but twice, at least twice,
Why
I
would we
asked for
want to
proof.
murder
And I'm
her?
just fucking waiting.
Isn't her life
So eventually, I'm
it's
getting
more.
fed up. We're fucking waiting. I mean, if you say I didn't ask for the receipts, she said she wanted the receipts, so that's why I asked her. So this stupid bitch, what she do? Never even fucking answer me if she had the receipts. Now, when I call her out, oh, she says I don't have to answer to you. That's what she fucking did.
Right.
So she don't have. It doesn't sound like she has the receipts. She just pretends she has the receipts.
Right.
And then she made a video fucking today. Is it today or yesterday? I don't know, depending on your time zone. This fucking bitch made a video and threatened to fucking call the FBI on you guys. Threatened to call the police on you.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
Doesn't make
scared.
any sense because she don't have the receipts. If she had the receipts, she would have provided for me. It's not that fucking difficult. I
Right.
got to know her. I thought she was an okay person because she has this fucking persona. But once you get to know her, what she does is starts fighting you. She will disagree with everything that you have to fucking say, every fucking subject. She wants to battle it out. So I let go of few fucking topics, right? I just let it go because it was you want to keep peace. You don't want to keep on fighting people, right? But this bitch, she wants to fight on every fucking issue, every topic, every conversation. She wants to battle it out, and she admitted this.
Right.
And that's why I got fed up, right? I made a video about I can't remember which video, but it had a Tom Likas, thingy, and what she said, she said, "Oh, only the smart men want to marry you." So that's like what? Yeah, but you don't want to marry meat eaters. So what you're saying? We were dumb. I mean, she's just being stupid. She always causes problems, right? She admitted in one of her videos, right? People didn't stick up for her. They pretend to root for her, but they in out in public they weren't. People backstabbed her. I mean, all kinds of shit that she had to deal with is because she caused some fucking problems. She's always
Right.
fighting with people that want to support her.
Hmm.
So there's nobody on her live streams, right? Nobody is talking with her on her live streams. There's a
Right.
turnover of people that's willing to deal with her. So she's just going to grind the wheel, right? There's
Yeah.
nobody going to be there for her on the long term. Everybody's just,
Sucks to be her,
yeah, they're
don't
just
it?
going to fucking leave. So she's not fucking being fair. And then she tried me get, this is the funny thing. She wants me to get jealous, right? So she's telling a story at the store, right? She has, she point the camera at the store and they sell lottery tickets, and he's
Yeah.
explaining how this guy asked for her number, and she thinks I'm gonna get jealous over this shit. This is
Right.
how fucking petty this bitch is. I'm not
Yeah.
jealous. This guy just
Well.
asked for her number. That's all. Didn't even want to get to know her. She was
Yeah.
complaining about this shit. This is how stupid she is.
Yeah.
Get,
I'm.
I'm jealous over that petty shit.
Well.
Nobody wanted to get to know her. And then the guy that she said the guy that she talked to really talked to wasn't even, didn't ask her for her fucking number. Yeah, no shit. Because he works there. He probably works there because she said he's seen him before. So he's a fucking employee. People that work in those kind of business, they have more interaction with people. So they can get fucking dates. If they want to date, yeah, they can get dates because women will show interest. So she's not the only fucking person. This stupid bitch don't even know that. Yeah,
Right.
because I used to work in these kind of in the industry. I used to own a grocery store, variety store. Like 7-Eleven. Those kind of
Yeah.
those kind of places you can get into a relationship a lot easier than working at if you're working in retail, it's a lot easier to get into a relationship because you're going through better than an office. In the office you're just combined with your coworkers, but if you're serving people like like variety stores, grocery stores, malls, if you work on those kind of environments, it's easier. In fact, there's competition. Women have to compete. Men have to compete. It's not
Right.
like she thinks she's special and that some guy asked for her number.
Yeah.
That's all you did. Just ask for a number. That's it.
So
And
can
she
I
wants
ask
me to be
you?
triggered and get jealous
Yeah.
over this shit. I mean,
She
really?
does. That's
It's
true.
pathetic.
Well,
I
but
could
she
do
was.
better.
Yeah, but
I made a video and I was stating that like I would actually ask about the lottery ticket. Maybe I don't know how to play the game, or ask her
right.
what kind of numbers she's playing. Maybe I can use her tactics or shit, right? And then as she's filling out the lottery ticket, I could, if I wanted to, I wouldn't do it with her, but I could just walk up right beside her, right beside her, and get close to her and actually touch her fucking hands. Oh yeah, you can do that shit. You can get away with this shit if you know what you're doing. You can do this shit. But this bitch, she has such negative vibes that no fucking dude that wants to even deal with her.
Yeah.
Seriously, no dude wants to deal with her. Her fucking ex, John, he had cancer. Why? She admitted fighting with this guy, and then he was dangling the. She sent him a fucking bikini pic, right? Why did she send a
Right.
bikini pic? Because she thought he didn't want to deal with her. Why was that? They're fucking fighting all the time,
Yeah.
right?
Can I ask you? Can you hear
Kissing
me?
him,
Okay. Can
go to
you
the
hear
beach in a
me?
bikini and sending him
Hello.
fucking bikini pic.
Hello. Can you hear me?
So she's afraid of losing him, so they're
Hello.
always fucking fighting.
I
I
don't
don't know.
think he
That's
can
why you end
hear
up with
us.
I
fucking
don't think
cancer
he can
because
either.
when you get disease, it's not only diet, it can be stress, right? If you get stressed out, you're gonna get
Yeah.
cancer.
Hey.
And
Wait.
she's saying one of the comments on my video, only smart people.
Hello. Yeah. Can
What?
you hear me? Can you hear
I
me?
can't hear you.
You can't hear me. You can't hear me. Here, I'll type in the private chat.
No, you can't hear me either.
Yeah.
That's I was trying to like interject and ask him some
Yeah.
stuff, but he can't
Yeah.
hear.
Testing. Yeah, because I was trying to see if we can get the sound sorted out before.
Testing. Yeah, because I was trying to
Yeah.
see if we can get the sound sorted out before. Testing. Yeah.
Okay, Truth Seeker, you have an echo, I think, because your YouTube is open. So as long as your StreamYard is still open, your YouTube should be closed, and you won't have that
He's
echo.
not using You're not using headphones.
I think he has a mic.
That might be one. Well, having a mic is one thing, but if he's trying
Yeah.
to listen over
Hello?
speakers,
Can you hear
yeah,
me?
are you using headphones
Yeah.
or speakers?
Can you hear us?
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. Okay.
Can you hear us?
It first started 3 years ago. She made a
Hold
MGTOW
on,
fucking
hold on.
video.
No, hold on. You
can't
can't
hear
hear
you.
us? Yeah.
Yeah, put on a pair of headphones, dude.
Well, he can't hear
Well, you got a camera. Take
Can
a
you hear
piece
me?
of paper
you. I can
and
hear
write
you.
headphones on the piece of paper and show him. Tell him to put on a pair of
I'm
headphones.
I'm typing in the
Because I
private
think
chat.
he's trying to listen to us over his computer speakers.
Maybe he went to go find the headphones.
Well, if you're doing that, you're going to get feedback. You're going to have he's going to have issues hearing us.
Yeah.
And when you're doing live, look at Joe Rogan, look at Tim Pool. All the pros wear headphones, people. They wear headphones for a reason. They wear in-ear monitors for a reason.
Okay, he said he has headphones. It says device not connected though, and he's backstage.
Yeah, it could be him. He may need to go out and check his settings on coming into StreamYard, because it tests your mic, and you can test your head. You need to speak into your mic. When you see the little green bar and you can hear it through your headphones, we should be able to hear you when you come back in. Or you should be able to hear us.
Here, I'll put the link here in the private chat in case so you can save it.
Yeah, he may need to go into his control panel and activate whatever hardware he's using as well.
Mm.
You may need to activate headphones, because if you go into control panel under audio devices, it should.
Okay, I can hear you now.
What audio device that you're playing?
You good now? Oh, he can hear us now. Am I good? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I had a question. We did hear that whole story you said, starting with 3 years ago, all that stuff. So you have known about this crazy bitch for 3 years.
Yeah.
Or yeah, okay.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah. The first MGTOW video that she fucking made, right? It got a lot of attention, not like super a lot, but even Invention saw it. I saw it and shit. I might have fucking shit posted on her video. I don't remember really, but I just told her I did, because I probably did, right? It's a good probability, because I didn't like women.
Right.
Women are the fucking enemy, right?
Yeah. Well,
So,
crazy bitches are the enemy.
Oh, she is a crazy bitch.
Oh yeah.
It's the funny thing. What she did was the MGTOW movie review. She wants the attention, right?
Right.
She has an obsession. Go ahead.
I was going to ask you. So when did you learn about me personally? Because I saw that clip from your stream, and you said she sent it to you or whatever. Those guys were actually talking about a totally different crazy bitch. They weren't even talking about her. They were talking about a psychologist. Yeah, they were talking about a psychologist that runs around the internet, or somebody that's in psychology school who wants to become a psychologist just for men so she can just fucking abuse men. Like, she's another bitch on my crazy bitch list. But that specific conversation wasn't even talking about Scorp Thought.
Yeah, but she kind of tricked me, right? This is the thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's very vague, so I don't know.
So she sent it to you, or
No. It's what she did was make a clip out of it and linked it. So I clicked on it and then I downloaded it.
okay, okay, yeah. I noticed you're not getting any attention from Alice, awesome Alice, on your anti-Scorp Thought videos.
I don't care.
She
I don't care about her. I
yeah,
don't give a fuck about her. I don't know her, so I don't care.
yeah. It's just these women kind of do this. So you first came across me when? When did you first hear about me?
I think it was 3 or 4 months ago. To be honest, I don't know. You were doing live streaming. You're talking about black people or something. That's all. I saw you, and then I don't know. I just got bored, and then I just unsubbed and stopped watching your videos. So it's no big deal. I didn't make
Okay.
a big deal. I don't know. You said something that I didn't like, really, but it didn't bother me. Unlike,
Yeah.
Scorpio, she gets all fucking triggered over what? Petty shit.
Right.
If I didn't like what he said, I mean, it's no big deal. I just fucking leave, right?
Right.
Why just fight somebody that you don't really know?
Right. So when did you feel like you had to defend her? Was it when she told you that I was plotting to kill her?
Well, she didn't say you, but your cronies. But it wasn't bullets for teeth. She said it was somebody else. I don't know who, but some of your cronies. So that's what she said. So I have to take it
Right.
seriously. I mean, if you're so here, I'm waiting. I'm fucking waiting for this bitch to give me the receipts. She told me she had the receipts. I didn't fucking ask.
Yeah.
So here I'm waiting, right? And she never fucking answered me. But when I made a video and this week, and then guess what? She says she don't have to answer me. So this bitch
Yeah.
claims to have receipts.
Right.
To, you know, like if you're plotting to kill somebody, that's a serious fucking crime, right?
Right.
I don't take that shit lightly. There's guys. There was a guy that Global Man. You ever heard of Global Man?
Mm-mm.
This idiot threatened to fucking kill me. He's gonna send a Muslim. If I find him, I'm gonna fucking pound the shit out of him, put him in the fucking hospital. It's this fuckhead that's threatened me.
Mm.
No fucking Muslims are even. No Muslim will fuck around with me on my fucking area. They're all fucking hiding. They're bitches. They're weak little bitches. Now,
Yeah.
maybe in the Middle East, I couldn't do shit, but in my area, fuck, sending Muslims after me, this guy's all fucking talk, right? But anyways,
Yeah.
like she's pro MGTOW and she's like pro fucking Hammer, right? Literally riding on his dick, agreeing with everything that he has to say and shit. And I didn't trust her.
Yeah.
Any woman that comes into the MGTOW community, make MGTOW videos to get attention because she can't. Because after the Me
Right.
Too movement, guys aren't they're not approaching women anymore, not as
Right.
much.
Right.
So and the dating
For good
websites,
reason.
yeah, on the dating website, it's only fuckboys, like 90, probably 90 or even higher percentage of men are just fuckboys. So she has to come on YouTube. And she has to look for some simp. But she says she's not interested in MGTOW, marrying a MGTOW because they don't believe in marriage. But she could change people's minds, right? She's fairly attractive and shit. But that's how she sucks you in. She acts like she's all feminine until you
Right.
start getting to know her a little, and then she's picking every fucking fight. She admitted to fucking arguing with me. Every discussion, she's fighting tooth and nail.
Yeah.
So if I let go of in 2 issues, she still fucking go at me at every fucking issue.
Yeah.
Every fucking issue. She's wrong enough. Every fucking issue, but I just let it go. I want to see if she can let it go, but she don't want to let this shit go.
No, she won't.
So, so eventually I got fed up and said, "Fuck you! Why would I want to deal with you, bitch? Why would I want to deal with you? You're my enemy now because you're shitting on me
Right.
all the time. Every topic that we talked about, she's fucking battling with me, and then she wonders why people are turning against her. Yeah, just like me, right? I'm turned against her because she treat me like shit.
Right.
She wants people to treat her with respect, but she can't do it back. So
Right.
so
Like a
She's an
feminist.
habitual liar. What do you? She's a habitual liar. What did you expect? You honestly expected her to be honest with you?
No, I was just testing her out. I just, I told her in the beginning, if you lie to me, everything's gonna fall apart. I never fucking changed. I never changed. I told her, I warned her, if you lie, everything's gonna fucking fall apart. That's what happens.
Yeah.
It all fucking fall apart. Nothing, I didn't lose anything. I'm not. Yeah, I got PTSD, so it's no big deal. Sometimes I'm just getting real hyperactive. That's part of my PTSD. It has nothing really to do with her. But she thinks
Yeah.
I'm pissed off at her. No, it's just my PTSD just fucking acts up. Just randomly, I don't know why, but because, two guys were going to get me with a fucking axe. For real. It wasn't talk. This kid fucking grabbed a fucking axe. I didn't see it because my customers outside saw the guy get a fucking axe out of the van, right? And the customer noticed, say, hey, look, there's an axe. So they fucking laughed. They took off because, there was a witness. But that guy got arrested and he went to prison. So
Mm.
it just fucking mess up with my fucking mind because, like, I'd rather have the fucking guy attack me with an axe than to just have it wired in my brain that he's coming after me. So I don't trust, I don't trust people.
Yeah.
So, anyways, like, yeah, like I knew after a while, it's like, holy shit, this bitch, she causes problems, even with John. She admitted fighting with him, and then you don't want to deal with her, so she'll send a bikini pic and meet him and fucking make out or kiss him and shit. Otherwise, he would have fucked off. He would have fucked off a long time ago. Just making fucking thirsty for her, right? Constantly
Right.
making, and she says she's celibate. So she wants to
Right.
dangle the fucking carrot.
She's,
She wants to dangle the carrot so he doesn't leave. This is how
Right.
pathetic this
not
bitch
celibate by
is.
choice.
Yeah, she wants to protect her heart. That's what she said. She wants, oh, I want to protect my heart. I'm celibate because I want to, not because for moral reasons. She don't care about anybody but herself.
Yeah,
Right.
you can
Well,
tell
she
she's been
pretends
pumped
she,
and dumped, man.
what?
You
Maybe,
can tell
I don't
she's
know.
been pumped and dumped. Oh yeah,
Well,
we
she said
we
she
can
was,
pretty much click to it.
I don't know. She said she had sex before marriage because she was engaged and shit, and it didn't work out and shit. No shit.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to.
I
Sorry.
I just mainly am concerned with her emotional terrorism and her lying and her spreading of false information about people, information that she knows damn well is going to trigger people into going on the attack. I mean, you got triggered to go on the attack mode to come at me and people on this channel. Like,
Well, I
like,
wasn't triggered per se. It's like I said, it's my PTSD, so it just
right,
like,
right,
yeah.
but she took advantage of that.
She
Like,
didn't know I had PTSD at that time. She
Well,
didn't
when
know
you
I had
first
PTSD.
came over to my channel, who talked you into coming over there?
Nobody.
No, she didn't kind of like try to steer you in that direction.
No, not at all. I came on my own.
Oh, okay.
It's not like that.
Did-
But
did you see her videos about us though?
yeah,
Yeah, because you commented
yeah,
on it.
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
those videos. Don't hide those videos because if you hide them, then people think you have something to hide. Even if you're wrong, just own up to it. Then you don't.
Leave them up.
Then she don't have
It
shit
leaves
on
them
you.
something to flag. That's why she has to hide some of those.
Really?
Oh
Just
yeah,
put it on
they've
a
been.
different.
No, I have 5 channels because I get strikes very often because these crazy bitches don't like hearing the truth. So I have a lot of work that I've been doing for 2 years on this main channel that I have like privated, but most of it is on backup channels. So
Yeah, they're desperate to destroy that content.
yeah, they are.
Okay, this is what you do. You go to Odyssey. Go to Odyssey and just upload it there. Seriously,
Do-
they're not gonna fucking delete it there. They're not gonna
you,
delete it unless you're making threats, like serious threats or shit.
you know what? You know
Never
I
had
have
fucking
two.
docs a woman.
Right,
No,
no,
I
nobody
have
here is
almost
threatening.
2,000. I have almost 2,000 live streams set to
So
Nobody
private.
here threatens Scorp Thoughts live. Nobody here wants to
Right.
murder her. Why would we want to give her the easy way out when letting her live, is punishment enough?
Right.
I'm
I have to pee.
serious.
I'll be right back.
yeah,
She's
yeah,
got to go to a grocery store and con customers into turning vegan for the rest of her natural fucking life. That's purgatory in and of itself. Let the bitch suffer. Let her
yeah.
hand them
She's
that
just
lottery ticket and hope, you know, that she gets a windfall and gets out of it. No, that ain't gonna happen. Not somebody with a ill will and bad karmic aura that she has. She's not an honest
yeah.
person.
Like
She
she
can't even
went.
be honest with herself.
Yeah. Well, like she went to the variety store. Like you know why? Because I told her gambling's bad. She thinks I'm gonna get upset because she's gambling. Because I said gambling's bad, and I said, "Oh, we're gonna part ways," and she assumed that I want a relationship. I told her in the beginning I don't want a relationship. Friendship, yeah,
Well, I
possibly.
gamble. The thing about gambling is this. I mean, don't gamble any more than you're willing to lose. If you're gambling over that, then yeah, then you might have a problem. Now, I don't have a gambling problem. The only gambling problem I have is, I haven't hit the jackpot yet. So yeah, that's kind of a problem. So
Yeah, I'm gambling is useless. It's useless unless you're like a pro sports betting or something like that, or poker player and stuff. But I wouldn't do that
well,
shit.
not
It's
necessarily. I've won. I've won some. I've won some money. I've gone up to one star casino and I've come home with fat with fat pockets and shit. So yeah,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. But she
my
just
mom went up there one time and won $15,000. Came home, she went up there with $500. Came home with $15,000.
yeah. But the reason I say gambling is bad because she says she's for God, right? In religion,
Mm-hmm.
you can't gamble. You can't gamble. You can't drink alcohol and all these restrictions, right? But she don't care. She will justify anything. She will make
No,
excuses
there's a lot of
to
No, that's not true. There's a lot of gamblers, that are religious. They pray to God every day that they win the jackpot. So it can't all
no.
coincide. So
And you don't understand is that people just do bad things. They think they go to church, but they're not practicing the religion. They're not for Christ
yeah, but
like
you
us.
can't put yeah. You
Yeah,
can't
they
see the bad in everything though. I mean, yeah, it can be bad if you abuse it, but if you're doing it in moderation, it's okay. You're not hurting anything. I mean, and you're doing it. When I gamble for fun. I'm not trying to gamble to win. I'm gambling to have a good time. That's it. I'm and it's only money. What do I care? I can always make more money. And that's the way a
oh
lot of
yeah,
people
yeah.
look at it.
Also with the vegan issue, it's like these people are retarded. She's a vegan, right? She says she was red
Yes,
pill vegan, right? It's pretty fucking
no such
funny
thing.
because no,
Something
because
she made up.
Right.
yeah, the thing is, the government's been killing, slaughtering animals like chickens and all that, right? Because in quote of bird flu, which is just a fake shit to kill off fucking whole bunch of livestock, so that they're not even saving animals because they're killing them anyways, whether you eat them or not. So their agenda doesn't even fucking work. These people think they're saving lives, and they're saying you're evil for eating meat and shit. It's like I
Yeah.
didn't kill the fucking animal. On top of that, if you want to grow crops, you have to kill all these animals. You have to get rid of all these animals. And if you spray all the toxic chemicals, they're gonna even die further. So they're not saving any animals really.
Right. Right. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I appreciate you coming up and sharing that.
yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I got sucked into her bullshit.
yeah. It's no big deal. I mean, I've been through worse than that. Seriously, I've been attacked by like 20 people on a gaming site, like all at once, men and women just shitting on me. It's like,
Yeah.
Well, you got to be careful over there in the petting zoo culture, because all those dudes are over there trying to outsimp each other. They'll stab each other in the back for some pussy,
well, I
and the
didn't want her
bitches are
pussy though.
cutthroat. Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't want a pussy or anything. So I got seriously. She thinks I want a pussy. Right. I don't
Are
want a
you
pussy.
MGTOW? Are you monk? Are you like celibate monk like me, or like what's your deal?
I don't agree with the monk. I don't agree with MGTOW anymore. Not,
Okay.
I didn't agree with MGTOW in 2016. I could explain to you why, but you see, many MGTOWs, what they were doing, they were having casual sex. If you have sex before marriage, that's casual sex, right? And since it's lust, right? You don't have a bond with the woman because you haven't made a promise to her, right? So basically, what men were doing, they wanted easy sex with women, and you get easy, because it's lust. It's a fucking
Isn't PUA the
sexual.
same thing?
No. Sexual addiction. You have so you let the woman do whatever she fucking wants, right? You won't argue with her until you get sick and tired of that shit. Until you change your mind, and then guess what? She's gonna leave you eventually because you're gonna fight her because you change your mind. And some men, there's like if you have casual sex, you get weaker and weaker, right? And sometimes the woman will just leave because you're too weak. If she's
Well,
on
you
the
do
birth
understand
control,
that MGTOW is anti-gun eccentric and anti-marriage, right?
gonocentrism is not the problem, it's the lack of patriarchy. If you don't practice religion, you don't have to actually believe in God, but if you practice the rules, how to live life, then you can have a strong family. A woman won't divorce you if you're a strong man, because even like if I go up to a woman unconfident, if I act manly, I could touch her hands. Seriously, I could touch her back and shit, and she's not gonna even fucking pull away if you do it correctly. Because a woman will be attracted to you, very attractive. You're masculine. If you're weak,
I
yeah,
don't think
you
you're
have.
getting me here. Why would you even want to get married to begin with? Why would you want to be so eager to sign over your rights over to the state so they can empower her to basically, steal your shit and leave you
Okay,
homeless on the streets?
you don't have to sign a marriage license. That marriage license is a contract. It's a contract between the state, you, and the woman. It's a contract. So guess what? You don't get a marriage license. You don't get married at a church. Don't get married at a, you know, at
Hmm.
the at the at city hall. You just have a function. You can just get married on your own. You don't need a pastor, right? You don't need a pastor. You just celebrate marriage. There, you just need at least one witness, right? So
Right.
that solves that issue. If there's trust, you can get trust to protect your assets.
Yeah,
You
you're
need a
talking
third
about
party.
spiritual marriage. Yeah, I had a friend of mine. Him and his old lady, they weren't legally married, but they were spiritually married.
Yeah. Well, you don't even have to be spiritual. You just need people, one witness. That's all you need, right? You need somebody a witness. You can make a document and stuff, and have a public authority,
Hmm.
and then you're
Hmm.
married. And if I think Christians, they have a certain form they can fill out, and it could be a biblical marriage. The marriage at the church, it's not a true marriage. They're not for God. These pastors, right? They sold their soul for fucking money. So I wouldn't even go to church.
Oh yeah, well the
It,
church is behind the fall of the modern nuclear family. That's why
yeah.
the Catholic and Christian churches are reeling right now because they just recently realized their pews are empty. Well, that was their own
Uh,
doing. They supported this bullshit.
yeah, but if you get a trust, I forget what kind of trust it is, and you get a third party, she can't touch shit. San made a video about it, but MGTOWs don't understand. on top of that, for child support, you know the law, then you don't have to pay child support. I mean, you have to, like, you should take care of your children, but you don't have to pay child
Well, the
support.
MGTOW lifestyle, is kind of like, why would you even invest your time in that when you can be doing something else? Because there's nothing
Be-
financially beneficial to for a man to invest in a woman, to either marry or to have children with, because it's going to be a huge financial drain on all of his resources as it is, his resources, his time, his money, you know and the way that I look at it is like, there's nothing beneficial for a man to invest in a woman to
Mm,
start getting
I,
a marriage or to get into that type of relationship.
I disagree. Look at Eric Bell. Eric Bell, he's not religious. His wife, right? She loves to
Hmm.
cook, loves to bake with pride. She wants to do it, not because she has to, right? She
Hmm.
she makes YouTube videos part time, only part time. He works full
Yeah,
time.
but we're talking about those are exceptions to the rule. Of course, there are good women out there that are traditional, that have that traditional mindset, and they hook up with a dude, and these women are good investments for those men. But the majority of the women, like the women in the dating market in my area, are shit. I wouldn't fucking put a dime into any one of them. I'd be lucky if they get a fucking Happy Meal out of me on a date.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you.
what's your area like? What's your dating experience been? Do you have
Oh,
any like worthwhile women in your area?
I haven't dated in 22 years, so I don't know what you're talking about. I've been a monk
Oh,
for like
dude, good
20.
on you, man.
What?
You should be stacking paper to the ceiling by now.
No, no. I'm not obsessed with money because I'll just end up spending on stupid shit. But what do you
It's
want to
not
do?
being obsessed with money, it's being obsessed with your goals and self improvement.
Yeah, but no, I got sick and tired. These married women with boyfriends, they were hitting on me.
Hmm.
Even at work, this married woman, she asked me if I want to have sex with her.
Right.
I'm the boss's son, and you're asking me to have sex with you, you crazy bitch.
Right.
These women are fucking, they're
Great
crazy.
bitches. I'm saying.
And then
Yeah.
and then and this is the other woman. I met her boyfriend. I was in his car. He
Mm,
drove me around, right? And this
yeah.
bitch is hitting on me.
Yeah.
She worked for my father, and she's hitting on me. At lunch break, she's fucking. I'm trying to ignore her and shit. I mean, these bitches are crazy.
Yeah.
So finally, in after 2000, I dealt with an older woman, right? And she was fucking crazy too. So I said I had enough. And after that, women are fucking chasing me. I'm like, holy fuck. Will you just leave me alone? I just want to live in peace.
Right.
Can't trust women. But I didn't know the things now, but I know what to look out for and shit. And work on yourself. I mean, you don't want to be with a woman, really? You honestly never want to be with a woman. You never want to feel like a man because of you see a man and woman when they work together,
Excuse me. Did I just hear you correctly? To feel like a man, I have to be with a woman? How does that work?
yin and yang, kinda sun and
No, I've
that's
been there, done that before, man. I've been in relationships with women before, and looking back on it, it was just a waste of time and money, you know. I mean, I think I came through that Shawshank Redemption, and came out clean on the other side.
okay.
Yeah.
Here I'm gonna teach you something. Don't go if you want to deal with a woman, don't go on dates. Do not fucking spend a lot of money. Just if you really have to.
You're
No,
preaching
no,
to the
no, no.
choir.
No, no, seriously, seriously. Before, do you know that dating is a new invention? Before dating, what people would do is the guy would go to the her parents' home, right? She would live with her parents. She would visit her parents and talk to them, and then once they get to know them, and the girl and the parents would choose who they want to continue to talk to. Eventually, there'll be one person. So the parents would help vet the girl. There was
Right.
no dating.
Right.
So one of your biggest mistakes is to go on a date because you're rewarding women for doing nothing other than sex, right? Have you had casual sex? Yes or no?
But you're talking about the same crazy bitch women, right?
No, I'm asking. Just answer me.
Are you
Did you have
talking to
cat?
me? Like, yeah,
Yeah,
dude, I
yeah,
used to
bullets.
be. Oh yeah, dude, I've had my fair share out of the dating market.
Yeah,
But the dating market's been obliterated. It's turned into a hookup culture now.
yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna teach you. Like, if you have casual sex, you will get sexually addicted, right? And then you will have in your addiction, right? You will start to simp for her. Seriously, you will start to simp for her. You'll become weaker.
No, no,
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah,
beyond.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm like beyond that, bro.
Uh,
I know you probably don't know too much about me, but or my backstory, but I've walked away from the gynocentric plantation.
no, it's the lack of patriarchy. If you're not religious, then it's not gonna work because religion
Well,
teaches you
I
how to
am
be a
a
man.
well, I don't know what you mean by religious. I believe in God, but I'm not like a Bible thumper.
Okay, do you follow the religious teachings then? Do you follow the moral code? That's what you need to do.
I follow my own moral code.
See, that's why Ali Hall's Eric Bell, although he's not religious, they do the see success leaves clues. If you just blame people, other people, you're never gonna learn the lessons. And we as society, we have to build back up the families, or we are all doomed. It's not just
But really, what great works have they done?
it doesn't matter what they done. You're the man. You're supposed to do the right thing. It doesn't
Hmm.
matter, right? You're the man, right?
Yeah, well, I am doing the right thing by being true to my own self.
No, no, no. You have to look at what you did and things wrong. Your past relationships. Like, have you been married?
No, it was look. There was nothing wrong with me, bro. There was nothing wrong with me back when I was in those relationships. There was nothing wrong with me when I was blue pill.
No,
There's
no,
something
no,
wrong with the system.
no,
There's a glitch in the matrix.
no. That doesn't make sense because there are people that they have
It
strong
doesn't make
families.
sense to you because you don't understand where I'm coming from. You haven't heard my story. You haven't heard my take on things. You know, I've
Dude,
I've
dude, dude.
I I used to
I
be blue pill. Okay, I used to believe. I used to be trad con. I used to believe in traditional relationships. I bought
no, no, no.
into the gynocentric plantation and the
You're
bar and the bars that society and women set for us. And they set those fucking bars so high that it's impossible for men like myself to get over. And they set men up to fail in an effort to destroy the modern nuclear family. There's over 100, it's like Terrence Popp said, there's over 150 plus laws on the books that circumvent the Constitution of the United States that specifically benefit women. There are zero for men like me and you. Let me put it to you
yeah.
this way. You see Mandy here. Mandy has more rights under the law than I do. I'm compared to her in the eyes of the law, I'm a second class citizen, as is every man in in the chat, or whoever's been on this channel.
Uh, I don't care about the system. I don't care about the system. You do the right thing. If they want to get rid of us, you know that, eh? They want to get 95% of
Yeah,
the people.
yeah, they do. It's the destruction of the modern nuclear family.
Yeah, but they
It's not
want.
just, a lack of patriarchy. We live in a misandric society that's anti-male and anti-family. Our government's been taken over by Marxists and communists.
It's because the industrial revolution. Industrial revolution allowed all this shit to happen. It's not like women just came out of their fucking cages and said, "Oh, we're not going to take this anymore." That's not how it fucking happened. If you do the research, Barbara Rose said it's the industrial revolution. So I looked it up. Do the research. He's right. It's the industrial revolution. The different waves, of the industrial revolution. The hookup of culture exists because of
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
industrial
war's been
revolution.
upon us.
yeah,
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 well,
but
the thing about it, the logic of MGTOW is like, if we can't get a voice in the political landscape, then why should we play on the gynocentric plantation? What do women bring to the table besides vagina? and they have the audacity to say that they are the table. Well, we're going to go play a different
Hold,
game. We're going
hold
to go
on,
build our own table.
hold on. Think about it. Think what you said. All women have to offer to sex, but you see plenty of men go on dates just for sex, right? That's what they're rewarding women for. It's just sex. So
I'm
you
not
can't
talking
blame.
about those men who have pussy on the brain. If those men want to go and over to the petting zoo, and play on the gynocentric landscape and risk their freedom and their liberties, that's on them. That has nothing to do with me or other MGTOW.
Daniel, if you want some help, I got plenty of research. I mean, you have to know what you're doing. You can't just date women and expect it to work. You actually, it's like fixing
No,
a car. Like if you
Dan-
want to fix,
I think Dandy's a chick. Are you
is
a
it
chick, Dandy? It kind of looks like a chick.
is it a woman? I thought it was a dude.
Oh, I don't know. Honestly, where did you come from, Dandy? Just curious. But by the way, Truth Seeker, do you have plans on having a family? Because you've never been married, right? Or have you? You don't have
No,
kids?
no, no kids.
So
Maybe
Good on you, dude. You're already winning.
no,
yeah,
I'm
Dandy's a chick.
what? Dandy's who?
Dandy's a chick.
Oh, okay, never
I'm
mind.
lucky I didn't fall in that trap. Marriage trap, baby jail bullshit.
Yeah. The problem with the older
Have
women,
some,
like, sorry,
have
the
some
older
thought.
women.
Fucking threaten to chemically castrate my kids. Fuck that.
Yeah.
No way I'd bring a kid in this world. But for those of you who do, hey man, best of luck to you. Wish you the best.
Yeah,
Don't let
but
them castrate your kids.
yeah, if you get a marriage license, the children are not yours. You know that, eh? They're not yours. That's how they take your children. On top of that, if you get the
Hmm.
birth certificate, then it's like you're done. You have no rights for your children. They can take the child services. They can take your children for
Hmm.
any reason. So if they want to transition, your child wants to transition to a transgender, they can do that. They can just take the child away from you because you already signed the contract. That's why I said don't get a marriage license. You're actually, giving your rights away, your legal rights.
Right.
Well, isn't that the end game? To destroy the modern nuclear family, so that way they can drop our borders and let the barbarians, through the gates, and it's basically take over our country and dissolve our constitution, and basically make us, like China under
Yeah,
communist rule. Is that the end game? Is that what everybody wants? Because that seems what everybody seems to be on board with.
yeah.
You think you're
Who's
fucking
this?
miserable now? You think the patriarchy is hard? Wait until you're living under communism.
Yeah, yeah. Is that a dude?
You
I
ain't seen
think it's
shit.
No, it's a chick. No. Introduction and exploring shadow work. Are you Dandy? Do you happen to have some kind of psychology credentials? You would be interesting to talk to if you do. I want to know. I want to listen. I'm going to listen to this later. If this is her, I want to see how much feminist ideological infection is within that clip.
Reminds me of George Carlin. Dandy, just dandy.
Yeah. Well,
Hi,
so
dandy.
so what's your plan, Trucy? Do you plan on trying to have a family?
oh, I have to work on myself first. I mean, you have to know how to be a man. You're not just a man because you just popped out of your mama and you grew up and you have a job and shit. That's not how you be a man. You have to be taught how to be a man. So I have to reach. Although my father taught some
Mhm.
things, but other things he didn't teach me. So I have to work on those things. Then I can get married and have children. Otherwise, I'll be wasting my time. And that's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. MGTOWs are just, they don't know how to be a man. And they want to point fingers at everybody, the women, the environment, or whatever, the political landscape. They want to blame
Well,
everybody instead of taking personal accountability. You have to
Dude, did
take
you just
personal.
not hear what I just told you?
but but
I
but
don't know what
but
country. You're in Canada, right? So you don't
Yeah.
understand. You're if you
Oh,
yeah.
I
Well, you live in a
understand.
you, you live in a feminist country, where the
I
women and transgenders have more rights than you do.
I don't give a fuck about it.
They're even coming for your guns. From what I
I
heard,
don't
what's that honey badger thought? Lauren Southern talk
I
about
I
today.
don't. The problem with MGTOW is that, you know, when Barbarossa and thinking Ape, when they're talking about feminism and women and everything, it
Mhm.
was research, deep thinking. Now it's just like mindless fucking shit, like Terrence
Hey,
Popp and
bro,
all these.
Barbarossa hasn't been. Where's Barbarossa? I haven't heard Barbarossa in years. He
Few
hasn't been
years.
around. A lot of these old sages, I don't see any of them. Where are they at? Where are our great leaders at? I don't see any of them around, trying to help men and mentor them into men to point them in a new direction.
Yeah, but
I hear all this. Look. Those guys are based. You know, they set the path. For others to follow. But it's also been a destructive path as well.
yeah,
You know,
that's
and
what I this is what I mean with Sandman. It started with the fucking stupid MGTOW marketing. So guess what? Now, what do you have? Like TFM, all these Terrence Pop, and now even Hammerhand, right? They're just talking shit about women or whatever, just talking shit. That's all it is. You're not
yeah,
helping
if
anybody, right?
flame. Well, I'm not talking about the guys larping. With the flame content or anything. That's all and good. It's I mean, yeah, it's funny to laugh at and everything, but when we're down here on street level MGTOW, I'm talking about hardcore mentorship. What is this movement doing? To actually help men, you know, move forward with their lives, to build something, to pick up the pieces, to pick themselves up, and to rebuild themselves as men, off the gynocentric plantation. So they don't have to throw taxes out of that, and they can take that money and invest it in themselves, for that's into something that's going to benefit them in the
Oh,
future.
oh. Did you know you don't have to pay income tax if you do if you get paid a certain way? You don't have to pay income tax. You don't have to pay property tax. Now, with the property
Hmm.
tax, you have to go to court, I think, or some kind of hearing. But you don't have to pay property tax. You know that deed. If you have that deed, then they can charge you property tax. But if you remove that deed, they can't
Well,
make you pay
here
property tax.
Well, here in my county, yeah, we have to pay in Texas. We have to pay property tax. Everybody does. It's really not that bad, especially out in the rural area where I live at. Property taxes are pretty cheap. There's not really
Yeah.
anything around here. But if you
Well,
live in the city, yeah, your taxes are going to be sky high because you have woke ass liberal projects that need
Right.
to be paid for, and they're
Right.
footing the bill
okay,
for it.
okay. What about income tax? Like, you must pay like 20 grand or something, right? At
No, I'm
least.
kind of I'm semi-retired.
So you hardly pay any tax then, or income tax?
No. Mm-mm.
You see,
Nope.
income tax is for war. You know that, eh? Lincoln is the
No.
first.
Uh, my current situation, I kind of like work under the table. You know,
Uh, yeah, but that's
I
not.
don't have a regular job. I've had regular jobs before, where I've paid into the system. I pay taxes. I don't have any issue with that. If I make it an hourly wage under that contract, yeah, I pay taxes. Whenever I subcontracted or when I was cab driving, yes, I paid taxes into that. But in my current lifestyle, I don't make enough money to have to file to file like regular taxes like a 1099 or anything like that.
In the near future, you can't get paid under the table because all the money, all the transactions will
Hey,
go
what the
through the
government
center.
don't know won't hurt it.
Well, listen. Just slow down. They're gonna have digital currency, right? So all the money that it's not gonna go through your local bank. What's gonna happen is go through the central banks through digital currency. So they'll know every transaction that you made and why you bought it, like the reason why you bought that transaction. So there will be no way you'll
Yeah,
in the future.
isn't that a dystopian nightmare waiting to happen?
Oh,
Imagine
it's
the
gonna.
government being able to track everything you fucking buy.
Yeah, and they can charge as much tax as they
You
want.
feel
They
free
don't
yet?
what?
Do you feel free yet?
And and you can't. Yeah, but you can't use Bitcoin. Like people think that you can use Bitcoin, but
No,
but
Bitcoin and crypto is in collapse ever since the FTX scam, money
yeah.
laundering scam, has been exposed and also being attached to politics. Bitcoin is now starting to spiral. And
Well,
the issue with that is like the reason why in the entire gaming community, there are millions of gamers around the world that are fucking pissed at at crypto miners and shit because they jacked up the prices of GPUs to the point to where nobody can afford to fucking play games anymore. So every gamer out there, that builds his own PC system or has to go to an alternate like console because he can't afford to fucking build a PC is fucking pissed at crypto miners and is wishing their downfall. Is cheering on the downfall of cryptocurrencies to the point to where even they're rejected. The majority of gamers that are out there, about 99% of them are rejecting cryptos and NFTs.
yeah, I'm pretty sure the ships warned everybody. I already knew that. Cryptos is backed by nothing, so
I'm building
eventually
a
it's
new
gonna go.
computer right now, and I'm having a hell of a time finding a GPU. I'm waiting for the new AMD cards to release. I'd like to get my hands on a 7900 XTX, but if I can't, if they're going to be, totally outrageously in price, I mean, I'll settle for a 6800 or 6800 XT, you know,
Mm.
GPU. But even that's like $600 fucking dollars right now. It's ridiculous. I mean, the same type of card. I got a 380X in my system right now, and that was pretty much would be valued as a 6800 XT in
So,
modern times. I mean, if the technology was that good. So
so
the price of GPUs have doubled or and even
holy
tripled in some respects,
wow.
and it's all because of these crypto miners, slamming the market, and that and COVID didn't help either. The Wu flu.
Yeah.
So people are pissed at Nvidia. People are pissed, at crypto miners and shit, and they want to see them fall.
Wow. So you're a gamer, right then, or you're a miner?
By gamer, I play games. I'm not a gamer until the point to where like I stream on Twitch and trying to make a living as a gamer.
Hmm.
There are different definitions of types of different gamers out there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, the games I play are pretty simple though. World of Tanks, World of Warships, CS:GO,
Mm.
stuff like that.
Mm.
I want to get into Modern Warfare too, but I need a pretty damn good card to get up there. At least a 6700 or higher AMD card or 3070 or higher card, in order to play Modern Warfare.
Do you play alone or do you play online?
I play online.
Okay. Are there many women in there or just mostly dudes?
No, there's women
Um,
on there.
yeah.
Yeah, there's
See.
women gamers too.
Yeah. See. This is what I'm
I
talking
shoot them
about.
all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. But back in my day, there were hardly any female gamers. They were like so obsolete. But once
No, when I first started playing 360 console and back in the early 2000s, um, there were girl gamers, on Modern Warfare 2 because that was my go-to game. For online play, I would occasionally come across, a girl playing the game, but they're usually really quiet because all the dudes hit on them. I mean, there's so many
really.
cucks out of yeah, oh yeah, yeah. They don't talk,
Oh,
or they'll
fuck.
mute their mic and they won't talk to anybody because every time they do, they get hit
Yeah.
on or sexually harassed and shit. Because dudes are thirsty. Dudes are always thirsty, and they
Dang.
try to out simp and out cuck each other.
I don't know.
To some random
Well,
thought on a fucking Xbox game. It's stupid.
that
Yeah.
wasn't my experience playing Xbox, but I played with two different groups of people. I was always told I sounded like a little boy on the Xbox Live. So that's probably why they didn't hit. They're like, "What's a hair ninja?" Because that was my gamer tag, hair ninja. Yeah,
$20, little man. Put that shit in my hand.
yeah,
No, but what I'm saying is women follow, right? Women follow men. Like men built the gaming community. Women used to hate geeks, right? It was the geeks that built the gaming community, right? They they disliked geeks, but as men and boys started to go into gaming instead of dating or whatever, boys were obsessed with gaming, so that's women would follow naturally
Well,
follow
women hate
whatever.
anything that takes the attention of men off of them. That's why they hate MGTOW so much because MGTOW takes the attention off of women and puts it where it belongs, and that's on men's goals.
my
But
my my dad, my father, me and him used to play when I was a kid. So like started with the regular Nintendo. So that was kind of something we did.
really,
Yeah, my father
yeah,
liked to play
yeah, but
games.
that's rare. That was rare in those days, right? I mean, you'd be lucky to have 5% of girls playing video games back then,
I'll tell
Yeah,
you what,
right.
man. I remember the first time we got a video game console was the Atari. What was it? The Atari 6400 or something like that.
yeah.
One of the first gaming consoles that ever came out. We actually had one of those. The most generic thing you've ever seen in your life. You know, but back then, in the '80s, man, it was pretty awesome. Video
Yeah, but
games have come a long way. Kids these days, they have no idea how good they got it.
Right.
You know, kids these days they're talking about like 4K graphics at 300 frames per second. Dude, we didn't even have that. We had an Atari on a black and white TV. We were lucky if we got 3 frames per second playing Pac-Man. And shit, dirt, dirt, dirt. Stupid.
I don't know, but I don't like Twitch. These women they'll show their ass and stuff and their boobs and all that, and all these guys are just thirsting for them. I mean, just go
Those
to
aren't gamers. Those are whores.
Right.
An
yeah.
actual game,
Well,
an
well,
actual
yeah.
gamer girl, an actual gamer girl is gonna game. She's not going to be there showing cleavage. She's not going to be there sucking on her controller, or fluttering her eyes in the camera at the simps, at the super chatter. No, she's actually, you can tell the difference between an actual gamer girl and a whore. But a lot of whores
Mm.
from like Pornhub and shit stream on Twitch too, to
Uh,
get money off the simps.
Mm,
Guys, it's a market. Sex sells. Sex is a market. Prostitution
yeah.
is the oldest business on the face of the planet.
I don't know about you. I would get pissed off if a woman's live streaming and showing her tits or ass and stuff. That would piss me off. Like,
Yeah,
go to a go to a fucking porn site if you want to show that shit. I don't want to see that shit on a gaming community, right?
yeah, but the little kids that play games and shit, they do. I mean, you got a 17-year-old, 16, 17-year-old kid, you know, who's watching Twitch and watching this hot girl and shit, suck on her controller on her joystick, on a live stream. Yeah, you want to send that thought $5 because you're 17 and stupid. You're young, dumb, and full of con, man. I mean, you're whacking off to that shit. It's porn to them.
I
It's like
don't know.
anime.
Yeah, they should just ban those kind of women. I mean, just fucking ban those fucking
They
bitches.
do in some instances. I think Twitch has cracked down on a lot of that because at one point in time there was some nudity. I don't go to Twitch. Twitch isn't my thing. It's too complicated of a website. The kids love it. You know, But me,
Yeah.
I like to keep things simple, stupid. It's kind of like, when YouTube was first cool, all the kids would come to YouTube. Then the adults would slowly come to YouTube. Well, the kids then, started to go to Twitch, and eventually the adults will go to Twitch and then the kids will go somewhere else, like to TikTok or whatever website, you know.
So, which website do you stream then? Or do you just have a private streamer or private server or something like
No,
that? And
I
you
don't stream. It's not my thing. I don't have the
oh,
bandwidth to stream video games or anything. I just play
oh,
for leisure
oh,
purposes.
oh.
I mean, I play World of Warships, World of Tanks, CS:GO. Let's see what I play. I play PUBG. Um, I might get into Fortnite because I want to because they're redoing their stuff and it's going to be like a great platform like to like test out your GPUs and stuff. I think another one is called what is it called? Vatura or something like that. You know, no,
So what do you think of TFM? Like you said, like he ruined your life. So like, how did he do
oh
that?
TFM. Well, TFM.
Hey, before you guys start going
I
down
just
the road,
Right.
do you guys mind if I fuck off? I'm tired.
Okay. All right. No problem.
Yeah, because
that's
I know
fine. I'm
Contriver's in
probably
here
going to be
too.
on. Yeah, yeah. I'm probably going to be on for a few more minutes anyway because I need to get some sleep too. Got a big ass day tomorrow, and I gotta prep for this weekend. But I'll tell you
Hmm.
what, though, man, if you want to come on our live with me sometime, and we could talk about it, a little more in depth.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you
There's
you
also
know Bullet's channel, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Talk to you later.
yeah, I'm not hard to find.
Oh well. Okay. We'll say our goodbyes. Thanks for coming up, Truth Seeker.
Yeah. You're welcome.
All right.
Yeah, that would be a long conversation to get into because I have to go all through the history again on that, and I've talked about it several times to the point to where it gets old, you know. Um, there are a lot of videos out there where I've talked about this and shit, and it just feels like every time I talk about it, I'm peeling off that scab.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna get ready. I gotta crash anyway and get some sleep because I got a big day tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for coming up.
Yeah, thanks
I'm
for
glad.
having me, Mandy.
I'm
You have
glad
a good night.
the Truth Seeker
Fun with
came up.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, Riggs, Pliskin, uh, Dandy, and everybody else, especially Bandit for coming up earlier. And give us
Yeah.
an
Thanks, Bandit.
education on finance and everything. That was awesome. And smile and wave, Mandy, smile and wave.
Good
Everybody else, your own self be true. Good night.
night, Bullets. All right. I'm gonna. Okay. So, Dandy, this little video here, is this you? I'm gonna play it. Do you mind if I showcase it? What did you say? You found here. Okay, you subscribe because you saw a good friend of yours linked it. Also, watch Mika's channel. Saw you on there today. I'm just an awkward, creepy gal. Wow. I want to see your video.
Good morning, YouTube. I'm Dandy.
Now I'm going to be listening for ideological infection in your speech. So just be prepared. Feminist rhetoric.
And I would like to share with you guys that I am looking for my community. I'm searching for inclusiveness, trying to find my spot.
Inclusiveness. I want to know, what did you go to a university? Sounding a lot diversity, inclusion, equity stuff already. Inclusiveness.
In this world, and I really do think that I will find my community on here. I am an introvert, but I also crave social interaction. Um, I do battle social anxiety and loneliness, and I want to share with you guys how I'm living with it. And I would like to connect with others and hear how they're living with it as well too, because I do think community is very important. It's
Mm-hmm.
something that I've always craved, but I think over time you'll find out I will reveal parts of me that has always kind of deprived myself of having that We'll get into more of that later, but I guess I just needed to start somewhere with an introduction video. I had a lot more notes written out for this actually, but I'm starting to get a little stage fright, even though this is pre-recorded.
Yeah, talking to a camera sucks, doesn't it? It is so unnatural. Well, you're not even talking to a camera. You're just talking to yourself or recording, talking to the world. So, Dandy, question. What do you think about crazy bitches? Does the term crazy bitch offend you by any means?
So, we're just going to end it right there because this is supposed to be something fun and not stressful. So, we're going to leave it at that. All right.
I have a close friend of mine that has introduced me to a whole new form of feeling this community that I crave. For me, there's a lot of satisfaction that comes with involvement and inclusion. So I decided, you know what? Let's start this.
Involvement and inclusion. Oh, it doesn't offend you? Good. I want to know why you don't have a tribe. Why you're not in a community. Why don't you have? I mean, you got to have people in your real life, right? Unless you're one of those people that are surrounded by fucking crazy bitches and can't stand interacting with them. Do you live in California by any chance?
This channel. I want to talk about shadow work. This year, especially like last winter, I kind of went to this where I'm kind of forming my own path sort of thing. I started getting into shadow work. At the time, I actually didn't know that what I was actually doing is shadow work, but now I am consciously aware of that and I'm wanting to, I don't know, get the most out of it. Talk with people that are familiar with shadow work, or other people that are interested in it or have experience in it. I just want to talk about it. So if you are one of those people, get a hold of me and let's have a discussion.
Absolutely. I love shadow work. Iowa, huh? Well, there's a reason you're over here and not scared away. So I'm going to give you a chance. If you want to talk about shadow work, because I'm interested in, well, for one, your story. For two, they're not close. I used to be a travel nurse for the last 4 years. Used to be. I bet you worked with tons of crazy bitches. Yeah, the nursing field's full of them. But yeah, one, kind of more of your story, and two, kind of curious about what you mean by shadow work. So, well, welcome. And if you're interested and not afraid to have a one-on-one conversation with me, let me know and we can have a stream. We can talk about shadow work. Whatever it is. So, I am tired though. Yeah, you would like that? All right. Well, here, I'm going to put my good or evil mother at gmail.com is my email. Go ahead and email me and we can set something up. By the way, just because you came here, I have a lot of crazy bitch baggage, Dandy, and a lot of these crazy bitches now might go to your channel and try to fearmonger you and do all kinds of crazy bitchery. I have a playlist with a list of crazy bitches that I'm still adding to. But I was thinking, you know how you could do those featured channels? I was thinking about just adding all these crazy bitches to my featured channel list. Like, beware of these crazy bitches. They're psychotic. And they lie and they're terrified. Hey, Billy. What are you doing up right now? By the way, you're up early. Ah, well, Ashley is nothing compared to my crazy bitch baggage. She's just a crazy bitch I stumbled upon on the internet. So, yeah, Ash Thought's one of them. But, well, you seem reasonable. You probably know quite a bit about the different kinds of crazy bitches there are. So, all right, Dandy. Well, email me and just be prepared. You'll get contacted by some of these crazy bitches and they'll try to scare you away. So, as long as you're honest with me, we'll never have any problems. If you are malicious and have bad intentions, then our relationship could get pretty rocky. So, thanks for taking part in the chat, though. I appreciate it. And I look forward to chatting. Have a good night. Have a good night, Jeremy, Mr. Pliskin. I know, Billy, you just got here, but good seeing you. CPT drunk. See you later. No, I saw Peng. Good to see you. Right. Good night, Riggs. Good night, Contriver. Good night, everybody. If I missed anybody, I know Lawrence was in here earlier. But and Kush was in here earlier. Choose.